It's the only word that accurately describes the man, and we can demonstrate just that. Everybody thinks he's an asshole. Son of a bitch. Well, that's good, too.
Shut up! What the hell? Court's adjourned. In my chambers. Now.
I understand you're moving for a mistrial when you got additional time and you can call the same witnesses to address whatever issues. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, Your Honor. Because we don't. Okay.
Can we go to exhibits, please?
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
And just because I watch a video or parts of a video doesn't mean I'm a stalker.
Unacceptable.
Welcome to a very special edition of the program, everybody. I'm here. I'm so excited that my camera, I can't even turn it off. I can't. Today is crazy. It's the most
like a little kid at Christmas.
We are so justified. We are so justified in covering this case now. If anybody had any questions about whether this was newsworthy or not, this is the most insane case I have ever seen in my whole damn life. The things that are happening, folks. I was going to do a call-in show. I was going to have you guys call in, ask me what you think is going to happen. We can't, I don't even know if we're going to get to that. So many things are breaking right now. So many things. First of all, the most important thing is Bruce Manskin. Well, let me just give you an overview of what's happening today. Jeremy, Randy, George, Larry, Chandler, they're all walking into they should be in the federal courthouse right now. Oh, geez, for God's sake.
Yeah, my phone has been blowing. My phone's
of course,
blowing.
my daughter's calling me right now. I'm like, is this an emergency? Because if it's not,
if you got to take it out, I can ramble for a minute.
Emergency. I don't know. She may not need anything. Maybe she can text me. But they should be in the courtroom right now with Judge Blytho. There is a show cause hearing. Bruce was called to the carpet to be in front of the judge, and today is the day he is supposed to be there. We have several breaking updates, though. One is that we know he is still in Boston. He did not go. He did not show up. He did not get on a plane. And the judge denied his request to not show up. We went over that last night. We've gone over all of this already. Is that your phone now?
I don't know what that is, actually. No, it's
it's
one of the kids walking by. She thought it was funny. She turned on Forever Young for some reason.
Yeah, I love that.
And was
song.
laughing at me. I was like, "What the heck?" She scared the crap out of me with that.
Love that song. Okay, so
I do too, but she scared the crap. I was like, "What is that?"
It scared me too, because I was like, "Wait, my phone, your phone, whose phone? Who's calling?"
I was
now?
like, "My phone doesn't have any of like songs like that." I like the song, but. Okay,
so
anyway.
now we know, so he's not going to show up. We know that this can come with a whole lot of problems for him. Sanctions, contempt. The magistrate won't be able to issue contempt because he's not in front of him. The magistrate only has authority to issue contempt to people in front of him. So the fact that Bruce is not there, he maybe thinks that he's going to get away with no contempt because the judge doesn't have him in front of him. However, that's not true, because all the judge has to do is refer it to the district judge, and the district judge can issue a bench warrant. That can happen still today. But unbelievably, what has happened in the last 5 minutes? Bruce Manskin has filed to withdraw from this case. No, he didn't withdraw. He filed to withdraw. And this is a very big distinction. A lawyer cannot just drop out of a case, especially when they are a pro bono lawyer for an indigent client.
Yeah. We were talking about
judge's permission.
We were talking about this like right before. I was like, this is actually a good discussion point, because the reason that the RICO shit didn't happen, the thing they love to celebrate, is because he was their lawyer. Yes. They couldn't get another one. It would cause problems with expedience. It would also cause issues because they were quote unquote indigent. Well, now he wants to drop out, so he should not be allowed to. He should have to get permission and eat garbage with all this stuff. He's cooked, man. He's cooked.
Like destroyed his career today.
Yes.
There is no doubt about it. And I have a feeling, and let me just put it out there. I'm going to put my court prognosticator hat on, get my crystal ball out, and I'm going to say he's not finished. He is going to file against anybody he can file against, and he is going to try to blame all of us for destroying his career. The problem is there is ample evidence that this man has destroyed his own career. Who told him to stay home when a federal judge told him to get to Pensacola? I believe we all told him, you better get on a plane, son.
Yeah. Yes.
Who told him to disobey a federal judge? Who told him to send Randy emails calling him a scumbag and all of this other shit? You know what else I'm laughing at today? The alleged rent-a-journalists.
That's one thing I was thinking about. I was thinking about that too.
Especially the one particular rent-a-journalist that I had, that I knew professionally. When I knew him, he would never have gone onto a bandwagon with a lawyer like this. He would have called this lawyer out for his outrageous behavior and his offenses against the First Amendment. The fact that this guy is now saying that Bruce is right and he should act this way is crazy to me. It's crazy. I don't know what happened to this vomit guy. I don't know what happened to him, but ew. The idea that he is standing behind this guy after this behavior, I don't know. It
just says plenty about the people, man. You know, again, they have gone after the things that they've done to Jeremy Hale. It's like what he has done right here. How do you look at this as anything but an admission of guilt? Because that's what, if I were a lawyer and I were suing Bruce, I would definitely be pointing this shit out right here. And interestingly enough,
isn't it an admission of guilt? He was being called to the carpet for a show cause to tell the judge why he shouldn't have his pro hoc vice revoked. And instead of doing that, he tries to resign off the case. That's an admission of guilt. You know you're going to get kicked out of Florida. So you're trying to avoid...
His career's done, babies.
He's trying to avoid having his pro hoc vice revoked. But the judge could actually deny his withdrawal and still revoke the pro hoc vice and say, no, you don't get to quit. I get to fire you. I mean, he could.
No matter what. I mean, his career is done. Like, this is the kind of thing. I've never seen something like that. Watched plenty of cases, and I've said a million times, this is one of the craziest cases I've ever seen, but I've never seen someone crash and burn like this.
We are now at a point in time on this timeline, on this crazy ass timeline, where David Gingras will now be able to say that anyone who compares him to Bruce Manskin is defamatory. Oh, my daughter wants, she had her interview. I forgot about that today. She had an interview today for a, she had a very important one for a internship this summer. And now she needs money.
Of course.
Of course, I have to send her money. So let me send her some Apple Cash. But do you want to pull up the withdrawal so we can show people his? Just like
I was just putting it in the Dropbox. Funny enough, so that's the beautiful thing. I actually had it pulled up here. I was filing it away for us. Oh my God, this is so good. It's so short, and yet now. I'm going to set it because it's still got his address at the bottom. So I'm just going to pull the top portion. Give me 1 second here.
Oh, yeah, I actually put it on Twitter with it cropped out.
That's funny. I did too. I put it on Facebook as well.
Yeah, the chat. By the way, chat, I have a new song and a new video for you. This is very important. We're going to set a super chat goal. If we hit, and we don't have a whole lot of time, okay? So I'm setting a super chat goal. If we hit 50 super chats, any color, doesn't matter. We'll just do all the colors in the next 30 minutes. I will play for you that that new song. I wrote it last night, so it's a little outdated because, oh my God.
How can you? I mean, I expected some fireworks today, but honestly, I mean, this is wow. The polyflop, you know, polyflop. Get the polymop.
I know. It's unbelievable. Okay, I'm starting it now. Now the goal is set. And we will cover, I will include the current ones we have. So that means we're already at 13. So whatever the difference is, we'll get there. All right. So again, I can't do math in my head, but I'll figure it out as we go. So what in the world? Oh, the chat just said that the ecosystem must be freaking out right now.
Oh, they
That is
better
a
be.
very good point. Now, Tug, why would the ecosystem need to be freaking out right now? Would you like to explain that to our beloved audience?
Actually, what I would like to do is I would like to extend an invitation to the ecosystem. Because again, we've talked about quote unquote moles, you know, people filling in the blanks. And since Bruce, I'm sure, has given a lot of people some bad advice, he's allowed them to think they could do whatever, you know, either through actions or through what he's been counseling them behind the scenes. We've seen some leaked emails. Well, now he's not only dropping out again, this is an admission of guilt. This looks very much like everything that Jeremy Hale said. Oh, it's true. And it will play in court that way. Legal liability wise, oh my God. I mean, that includes Bruce. Bruce right now, he's in the jackpot. I don't even know another way to put it. It is so messed up.
He's not out of Fed Suit 2. He's not out of Circus Polymopicus. Neither are any of them. They still have to get lawyers and show up for that case. Just withdrawing from this is not, he can't do that. He's not out of it. It's not over.
Oh, yeah. And these guys, you know, they thought they could do anything they wanted. And again, we've talked about this. I think we've been really nice about it, talking about what you should or shouldn't do. You know, there's just certain lines you shouldn't cross, and they cross them repeatedly. Now the guy again that's sitting there, they could sell him down the river if they want to. Maybe they could trade him in for some goodwill. You know, I'm sure some of them.
But look, here's the thing though, and they're going to have to understand this, like in police investigations, right? When they've got two defendants and there are two suspects, right? And they're trying to get one to turn on the other. What they will often do is they separate them, right? They walk into a room and they say, bad news, your buddy turned on you. You're going down and he's getting out. And that guy, and they turn around and start to walk out, and that guy will go, wait. He's got more culpability than I do, and they'll start selling it, right?
Yeah.
And that's how, and they could be lying, you know, they don't know. Here's the problem though. If you're not the first one to give the information, what you have it goes down in value very
exponentially.
Quickly. And we already have a number one guy, one of the 10 has flipped. You're talking, there's probably only room for one or two more people to flip and turn evidence. There's not going to be any. I don't think Jeremy's going to make a deal with many more. He probably doesn't need it.
He doesn't, but I'm sure curiosity wise, he might be open to a couple, you know.
Yeah, he probably. I don't know. I can't speak for him. I'm just saying.
Again, I don't know. I know.
That
I'm just saying.
There are a few that he will never deal.
Oh no, man. 2 L's. They are
2 L's.
Screwed.
Yeah, 2 L's. Bruce is screwed. Bruce is never going to get any quarter from Jeremy. I can say that right off the bat.
This mofo threatened us how many times?
Guapo, if he gets added to some, if he gets, you know, he's never going to make a deal with him. But Robbie,
how many times this guy threatened us though? Like, how many times?
My God, constantly. Oh, and by the way, I got caught up on Just J-Hip yesterday, and he was reading that Darth Touch article about how I am not to be trusted. His former friend is not to be trusted. And I didn't know this, but he had doxed all of my text messages that I sent to him, all of them regarding the situation. And I was so proud of myself after looking at the text messages he doxed. I was like, oh, yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. I stand behind every single one of those. I'm not embarrassed by them at all. And it shows that I have a line. I have boundaries in my life. And if you cross them, you will be disappeared out of my life. And
Well,
everything I said, I stand behind 100%. I said it. I meant it. And you know what? Go ahead and publish it. Fuck you. Oh, damn it. The swear jar. Holy forking shirt balls. I'm going to
oh
have
man,
to.
I couldn't do that for live streams. You need like a live stream caviat or something.
I do need a live stream caveat. I do.
You do.
It's
You'd be
not like
come
he's
on.
even here to hear me. I know. It doesn't have this quite the same ring to it now, does
I
it?
hope he does understand this too. He Lynette Preston, I'll put this out to them, Preston and Cook. This guy screwed you big time. Like I think you're guilty as hell of everything that you've been accused of. But he has opened himself up for some real liability with them too, because he took a case. I mean, look at what he's done in this case. He's done nothing but damage. And I mean, that's all he's done, period. Look at all these idiots that just marched along. And we kept telling them over and over again. Like I said, I thought we were really good about it. I'm not. Actually, I am. I guess I am going with a told you so. Because we kept saying, yo, this guy's wrong. He is totally wrong. He is telling you something that is wrong.
And isn't it interesting? Isn't it interesting? And by the way, I have been avoiding writing about Bruce in general because he's just too much trouble, like writing about him on PJ Media. Telling you right now, he's crossed that threshold that it is now so newsworthy because I've never seen a lawyer do anything like this in my whole life. He can look forward to an article on PJ Media. And I know he's going to bitch and moan and throw a total hissy fit. He's going to write my editor, man, sir, you did these things. I'm going to factually report your motion you put in saying you feared arrest. I'm going to factually report the judge's response, and then I'm going to factually report that you withdrew. I've never seen anything like this in all my damn life. And whatever happens today is going to be epic too. And that's going to have to be reported. So you can rest assured that is happening. Steve Robillard thinks, it says, Megan, keep that up. You're going to be picking up the dog poop. I know. Oh, we do have to have a live stream, caveat there for the swearing. I can't stop myself
there has to be.
Oh my God. I won't be able to. It's just, I do try, but to kind of,
man, I feel like I've never been put, even with like the Deb case or anything, I've never felt like writing a book on something. Man, I feel like this is so, people won't believe what happened. I'm like, we need to record all this in a book.
You're right.
We do, man. We should sit down, pull it all. I mean, we don't know how it ends yet.
Hey,
of
wait,
course.
I have an idea. Why don't we do a graphic novel?
Oh man, I know a great artist. I do, for real.
No, for real. This would make a terrific graphic novel.
I know a great freaking artist, Dead Punk. He's one of us anyway, but he is a great artist. He's done so many.
Imagine the artist renditions of Bruce and that glorious nose. I mean, come on. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be so beautiful. All right. I can't believe it, but we have reached the super chat goal. I know it doesn't say that, but I'm counting the 13 from before. We have reached it. You guys, I know I say this every time. This is the best song I've ever written. I say it every time, but I top myself every time. And it is so good. And I promise I will drop it by itself without our laughter, afterwards. Okay. So that you can have it clean without us snickering. But I like to get Tug's live reactions. He hasn't seen this yet. I
haven't seen it at all.
I haven't showed it to anybody. And this is my brand new song. And it is called Get on the Plane. Are you ready?
Get on the plane. Yes.
You think you can dodge my gavel's might? File your pleas at the dead of night. 3 weeks I gave, the clock was clear. But now you whimper, I can't be here. A hearing set. The 14th day, you had your time, you've lost your way. 10 filings since you've scribbled free. But travel, oh no, not for thee. You picked this court, this Florida ground. You signed your name, your duty bound. A stay, a vacate, a coward's plea. No stay's been granted, face me and see. You chose this fight, you took the case. Now get on a plane, show your face. I'm not your fool, I'm not your game. Your 11th hour tricks are lame. From coast to coast, lawyers fly. They don't sit back and whine and cry. You chose this war, you bear the cost. Your fear of arrest, absurd. You're lost. Oh, poor dear counsel, the travel's tough. The Sunshine State's just too darn rough. You claim a conflict vague and sly, but your paper trail gives up the lie. Puck v. Silverman, read it well. You chose this district, you can't rebel. Roche says clear, no motion saves. You're bound by orders, not your plays. You've got no excuse, no valid claim. Your stalling tactics fan my flame. The hearing's set, the die is cast. Your whining window's long since passed.
Whining window.
You chose this fight, you took the case. Now get on a plane, show your face. I'm not your fool, I'm not your game. Your 11th hour tricks are lame. From coast to coast, lawyers fly. They don't sit back and whine and cry. You chose this war, you bear the cost. Your fear of arrest, absurd. You're lost. Oh, poor dear counsel, the travel's tough. The Sunshine State's just too darn rough. You claim a conflict vague and sly, but your paper trail gives up the lie. Puck v. Silverman, read it well. You chose this district, you can't rebel. Roche says clear, no motion saves. You're bound replenished. April 3rd, tomorrow's dawn. My courtroom waits, the game is on. No stay, no mercy, no delay. You'll face the bench or rue the day. Absurd, you say you'll be detained. A fantasy born of a frantic brain. I've seen your type, I've heard your tune. You're out of time, my courtroom alone. You chose this fight, you took the case. Now get on a plane, show your face. I'm not your fool, I'm not your game. Your 11th hour tricks are lame. From coast to coast, lawyers fly. They don't sit back and whine and cry. You chose this war, you bear the cost. Your fear of arrest, absurd. You're lost.
Oh my God. I love it so much. I love the song so much. And I had such a hard time making Grok do what I wanted to do. I wanted law clerks and like court people dancing in terror behind him. And like, it just couldn't figure it out. They all look like they're having a seizure. But it's still funny. By the way, here's how I wrote this. So I didn't actually write the lyrics. Grok has this new ability to read PDF documents. I uploaded the judge's order and I said, write a rock opera song based on this order. And that was the first try, Tug. The first try. How good was that?
That was awesome. I enjoyed it.
I mean, that was Judge Blytho's Broadway debut. I decided to make it a Broadway rock opera style, like Phantom of the Opera. Some of you heard that. That was exactly what I was going for. So I'm glad that it worked out. I love this song. I think I say it every time, but I keep writing ones that I like even better. So I will be dropping that without my, my input later today, and that'll be fun. So here's what the plan is for today. When Larry goes live or Jeremy goes live, I'm not sure which one is going to go live. I think Larry is supposed to text me if he's going to go live after the hearing so that you guys can hear it. I will redirect you guys over there. I just wanted to tailgate for a while with you.
Yeah, man, it's so exciting, all this stuff happening.
It is. This is like my Super Bowl. We've been waiting a year for this.
Oh my God.
A year.
And for everybody thinking like this isn't what this is a pinnacle moment where you have a lot of stuff in this case. It has come to a head. But as far as things over, oh no, for some people it's just getting started.
I mean,
holy
how
shit.
How good must Jeremy Hales be feeling?
Oh, you know he is. Oh, you know he is. Props to Jeremy, by the way. He's dealt with a lot of garbage from this guy.
Oh my God, so much garbage.
I'm proud of him for standing up for himself. It's taken a lot. People don't understand. I mean, they just don't understand. But...
Did you? Oh, you know what we should watch? So before we show
watch that fish video.
We should watch. Do you have that?
Give me a minute. I'll drop it
on
into
my phone.
Dropbox.
But also, here's something.
You need to pull up this order. Did you ever pull it up?
I didn't. But before we do that, there is a short from Jeremy that he just put up, and it's. Let me see. Hold on. What the hell's? Let me make sure I got this because I just saw it go up, and I'm sure. Oh, I think this is it. I think this might be the video you were just talking about.
Oh, did he put the fish video up?
I think he did.
Okay.
But I don't know. Let's find out. I haven't seen it yet, so let's just.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. Man, it's been so chaotic. I
can't even keep my head on straight. Like, what are we doing? Like, what is happening? It's just absolutely incredible. So let's see. Why is it not?
Tonight's going to be fire because we'll have all these answers with it. Right now, man, I'm excited. I am because I just saw. I mean, the ecosystem is imploded.
Oh, it's gonna get worse before it can get better for them. I wouldn't want to be in their shoes.
Oh no. It's muted. I can't hear anything. No sound. I can't hear anything. I can't hear you now.
What?
There you go. Now I can hear you. I couldn't hear you for a minute. Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. Hold on.
Your mouth was moving, but I couldn't hear you or the video.
All right, let me stop that. I had a little bit of a StreamYard glitch, I noticed. So let me just reload it and see if it works this time. Boy, the wind
Goose has filed yet another
Can you hear it?
But we just got word he's still in Boston. He has no intention of coming to Pensacola. George and I are having the time of our lives on the beach. And now we figured out why. Pensacola Beach. Intoxication, profanity, not beach. Anybody caught will be asked to leave. And that's probably why Goose didn't show up to Pensacola.
Okay, no. So we have a video that he has not put up online that we can show you. That is so
I'm working
funny.
on it. Just give me a minute. I'm getting it to switch over.
All right, and I have I can pull up I have it right here. I can pull up the order so we can look at that while you're getting that. Right. Stop doing that. Why is my computer doing that? Share screen. We need the X screen. Here we go. All right, there. Let's pull this up. All right. It says withdrawal of counsel and request for stay. The undersigned has been discharged as counsel by defendants Lynette, Michelle Preston, and John Cook. So he's saying he got fired.
Yeah, that's what it says. They fired him. Say he's not saying I want to withdraw. He's saying I've been canned.
I missed that the first time around.
Yeah, I did too. I've been so excited I didn't even read it correctly.
I didn't read it correctly either. He's been fired.
Oh my God.
When does she start proceedings against him? This is so unbelievable.
Man, I'm making a video on this madness too. I'll make it tonight after the live stream.
Oh, in accordance with Florida Rule of Professional Conduct 4.1.1683, the undersigned withdraws his appearance to enable Preston and Cook to apply for or hire counsel. Oh, he thinks they're gonna qualify for appointed counsel?
Oh
I
my
doubt it.
God.
And on their behalf, the undersigned respectfully requests a stay in the discretion of the court. A stay of what? The entire case?
No, he doesn't want to move forward. He's like, hey, give them a chance to get to the count. The problem is, no matter if they could bring in anyone, I mean, look at the damage this guy's done. Like anybody following this up, like who would want this? And
I have no idea.
any of the goodwill lawyer, again, we've talked about certain, like, I'm not going to throw their names in there, but other people have looked at this and tried to do some of this with, I think, out of thinking that they were getting involved in something goodwill, but no, I got that video.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's
Ready
see
for
where.
it. Here we go.
Yep. All right. I gotta add it to. Boy, you know what? I hate StreamYard's new. I'm not going to complain about it again, but I hate it. It's so bad. Okay, go ahead.
Let's switch us over. Let's see. Can we see better?
Should probably make it full screen too.
That is
that little
the
box.
drop.
No, that little
yeah,
box thing in the corner
yeah.
should make it full.
Yeah. No, actually, it doesn't do anything for us.
No,
Doesn't really.
No, the one on the Dropbox. In the lower right hand corner, that little square. Yeah, hit that.
Yeah.
Hit that.
There
we go.
Yeah, here we'll have to move us then. If we're full screen, then we'll have to move.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but see, I'm gonna have to pull us off.
Yeah, just take us off. Just take us off.
Yeah, it's
That's
short. So no, here you go, folks. I put the subtitles on it too. I did think this was funny.
This is funny.
And I'm not posting this without any permission on it either, just to say.
Yeah.
All right, so check this out.
Can't find my way to Gainesville. I can't find my way to Gainesville. Yeah. That looks like Deuce flopping around.
Polyflopping.
He's polyflopping.
Polyflopping.
Anybody want to know what a polyflop looks like? There's polyflop. That's polyflopping.
Polyflop the
Oh,
video.
that's so funny.
Let me add
Oh
this
my
back.
gosh.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know what we're doing. I don't know. That's a bad
there
one.
we
I
are.
like that
Yeah.
one better. Okay.
Yeah, I don't like the full screen to people. I think it looks weird.
It does look weird, and it always gets cut off strange. Like then I have to
Yeah.
move over.
And that's
like
what I'm doing too. Look, you can see. Am I moving?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, yeah.
And I know I'm on the wrong side of the stream, but if I move over to the other side, then I'll just be looking off screen instead of at Tug's avatar. So I'm just going to stay over here because it makes more sense because I'm looking, this way. My God, I'm so happy for them that they have a day of fun and laughter because this is just.
With this stuff, I mean, Bruce could not have chosen a worse way to handle this. I mean, honestly, all he had to do in this case, as we talked about again, I am going with I told you so. He could have, if he thought he did something terrible, he could have been like, "Yo, Your Honor, I apologize for my conduct here." He could have made some excuses. This has been, it's a very emotional case. I've been added as a defendant in another one. I let my emotions get the better of me. I apologize. And again, if there's sanctions or something.
Yeah, Grok gave some really good advice, which we gave out last night. Like, here's what Grok says you should do: fall on your freaking sword. Like
he
be
would have
contrite. Say
he would have probably gotten sanctioned, but he would have still been on the case. And
you know what? There's a possibility that the judge wouldn't have even sanctioned him. There's a possibility the judge would.
I wondered.
All right, this is your last chance, because judges don't like to sanction, and he even said he doesn't want to sanction anybody. And if you act contrite, they usually give you second and third chances. But what he did, he has wrecked himself.
Look, for anyone in the ecosystem right now, this is a warning to you. You've been told over and over again. Again, you can cover cases, say whatever, but these statements of fact, where you're calling someone a predator, a PDF file, you're doing that. You opened yourself up for huge liability, and you've been asked not to do that. If this guy told you to go forward with it, you'd be okay. Maybe you think, because there are other ones out there too that have potentially opened themselves up. And with this, I would feel invigorated enough that I might send some other people if I were Mr. Hale's, because these people just jumped on a bandwagon and wanted to ruin his life. Maybe again, hey, yo, sorry about that, and there's enough information. Like you said, there's only so many slots to go around, but it would be interesting. This guy has wrecked a lot of people.
My dog's going crazy because there's a workman who had to come in the house, so I have to go down and lock up the dog so that he doesn't attack the poor guy. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, though. I mean, this is wild. So let me pull that document up again. I cannot believe that Bruce dropped out of this. Like when I read this at first, I did not read this correctly. I read it as him wanting to withdraw. I actually didn't read that first sentence correctly. The undersigned has been discharged as counsel by them. They're firing him, which again is an interesting quandary you have to ask about, because again, those charges, the RICO charges, the ones that they love to celebrate, they didn't get added on. The reason that it was dropped, that judge, we can go back over that decision. I think we will. There's a lot to go over. Like this changes so much, but the reason that those charges got dropped was because this guy was counsel, and they said the judge said that this would slow the case down too much, and on top of that, it would cause a problem for the indigent clients. Well, now the way that this reads, they have the ability to drop someone. If they have the ability to drop him, I mean, if they're doing that on their own, that's their problem. If he would have dropped out himself, see, this is another way that I didn't think about this. The more I think about it, it's crazy, Megan, because him dropping out, that's one thing. But them, again, the way this reads, them firing him.
Well, I think that's the only way he can assuredly get off the case.
But with him doing that, I mean,
I would not doubt that it's a strategy of some kind.
Yeah, it's a terrible strategy, though. I mean, for them, like that may be the best strategy for Bruce, but it's not the best strategy for his clients.
Well, right, because who the heck are they going to find? Really, who are they going to find that A, they can afford, and B, who would take this case after what Bruce has done to it?
Train wreck.
Oh,
and they have no way to
God.
settle. I mean, okay, you know, most lawyers with any sense, if you were to pick up right now,
you settle.
Yeah, you'd settle. But what are they going to settle with? They have no insurance to it. Yeah, they don't have. I mean,
and Jeremy doesn't want to settle. He wants a judgment.
He wants his name cleared. That's what this is about. It ain't about money. It's about making certain. When you have that tag put on you, when somebody has called you a PDF file or a child predator, like that tag is life ruining.
You know what's going to happen here? This they're going to end up
is that going to be their new lawyer?
Full sob sit. They're going to be pro se sob sit. They're going to get hooked up with like these online, like,
oh my God, please.
Sob sit. Didn't we say last night the only thing this case is missing is a sob sit? They're totally going to go this direction. I mean, I feel it coming. Maybe Fleece is going to be their new attorney.
Oh God, that would be amazing. That's a great strategy. I love it. It's a good idea. You know, maybe that. Hey, maybe Siri is going to be their new one. Siri, will you recommend?
Oh,
will you be our lawyer?
Oh God, remember when Lynette said something like, "I've been my own lawyer and I'm really good at it." Like,
yes, I remember that very well.
Yes, please do that again. Although I can't even in good conscience say that. Please don't do that. Get yourself a lawyer if you can.
I can't believe this.
This is so bad.
This case should have had way more eyes on it, though. I mean, it really should have. This is the craziest case I've ever seen.
It should. And I'm telling you, we are so justified. I feel so justified now. And all the criticism we got about this isn't newsworthy and you shouldn't cover that, you're covering it wrong and blah, blah, blah. Like, okay, tell it to me now.
Yeah. Well, that's what I've heard that with everything I cover, every single thing that I've ever done, because I spend a long time on cases. You know, that's just the way it is. And people will come in and they'll be like, oh, you need to turn the page. And it's like, no, man, this again.
You spent too much time on this. You need to stop. You need to quit doing that. We're tired of this case.
This turned out to be the most
this is amazing.
Remember The Bachelor, how on The Bachelor they're always like what is it? The most dramatic rose ceremony ever.
Yeah.
This actually came true. It's the most dramatic court case we've ever seen. The only thing that could make it more dramatic is if a person walked into the courtroom with a pew pew and did something bad. Those are the only cases that have been more dramatic than this one. And I'm for God's sake, I don't want that to happen. I'm just saying I've seen cases like that, or where, you know, people in the courtroom fly over tables at judges and other people in the courtroom, and they scuffle and fight, and then there's like a whole thing. That's the only kind of case that's more dramatic than this. This is the craziest case I've ever seen in my life, and I am completely 100% justified in everything we've done, all the coverage we've given it. It is proven to have been worth it. It is proven that this is a newsworthy case, and I'm shocked TMZ hasn't picked it up yet.
And it's going to, I mean, like I said, a lot of this insanity is just getting rolling because people have no idea how damaging. Right now, we have a lens where we can look back. That's one of the beautiful things about us covering it the way we have. We have everything this guy has done. So we have this clear lens. When he drops out, we can look at him as a defendant. Like, we can also look at this case and see what kind of ruin. I mean, this is ruinous mess. He also his strategy of attacking every other counsel that has ever been involved, that has isolated his clients as well. So
by the way, so Ed C says, don't be surprised if BBB shows up back as the attorney just before the case goes to trial. Ed, he won't be allowed back in.
No.
He would have to apply for pro hoc vice again.
They will never
and
let him.
The same judge would have to approve it. There is no way after what
He'll
did.
be lucky to be a lawyer again
Yep.
after this mess.
Yep.
I mean, honestly.
He's going to get referred to the bar.
Oh,
Several bars. They will refer to the Florida bar, the Connecticut bar, and the Massachusetts bar because they know he's barred, and the referral will go to all three. And he's already in trouble in Connecticut. They already don't like him there.
I hope Jeremy sues Darth Touch and paint chips, by the way.
Oh my God. He sure has.
I hope he does. Again, it's not my say or anything.
It looks like he has a case there.
Oh yeah, the revenge prawn and all that stuff. Oh yeah, just bury them, because I mean it's redonkulous, the stuff that they've done. I believe they were recruited into this. If they'd like to now admit that they were paid, maybe now and now. But
Rosalind has a very good question. Where's the 4,200, Bruce? Where is it?
That's a good.
He raised all this money last minute and he withdrew it. Where did it go?
So he could
did he pay the
you
bills?
know why he did all that? He wanted a clean slate so he could run. He wanted no debt or anything else, so he could just be like, poof, I'm out. Because I think in his mind, he thinks that document right there, that has somehow removed all liability.
I am texting Larry just to make sure he doesn't forget to text me before he goes live. When are you going live? Because it has been 45 minutes. I would be shocked if this hearing goes much longer than this.
Oh my God, I'm so excited, Larry.
I know. Don't forget to text me so I can redirect.
Larry.
All right. All right. So I did promise that I was going to let you guys call in, and I am going to do that now. And here's the thing. If you have comments, if you have predictions that you want to give us or questions for us, you may call in. Here are the rules. I'm going to open up the lines, but here are the rules. Before I do that, here are the rules. I can hear you and Tug can hear you, but you can't hear Tug on the Google Voice number. So what I need you to do is call in, say who's calling, ask your question or make your comment. Then I'm going to hang up and then we will both answer you. So you can listen.
Questions would be awesome. That way we could, comments awesome. But
comments are great too. But if you have specifically, if you have questions for me or Tug, I will have to answer them after we hang up. So, try to keep it short because we'll get a bunch of these and then, we'll answer you afterwards. It's a tech thing. He can only hear you and you can't hear him. So it's kind of annoying. All right, I'm going to share my Google screen and then just so we have it up and then we can hear when we get a call. And that number, by the way, is 617-8585 Fox, 617 8585 Fox. Okay, we are now live with the Google Voice, and if you want to call in, we will take your calls. Oh, here we go.
Call from.
Hey, it's Slug.
To accept, press 1.
Hey, Slug, how you doing?
Doing good. I also wanted to say Pitbull's under new ownership, I guess. But when it comes to Bruce...
What's under new
Sorry.
ownership? Wait, what was that? You said what's under new ownership?
Their old vicious Pitbull is under new ownership.
I don't understand.
They used to call me a Pitbull. And with that,
Yeah. Indeed.
why is it that Bruce is so afraid to just pop up? It's so weird.
It is. Why is he afraid? Because look, if you get removed, okay, and is that your only question? I don't want to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my only one.
Or we'll hang up and answer that. Why is he so afraid? Coming up. All right, here we go. He is so afraid because I'm going to answer the next call, but I'm going to put you on hold.
Row.
All right, hang on 1 second, Ro. All right, Slug. He's so afraid because if he goes to court at the show, if he was there today, there is a very good possibility, probably in the 90%, that his pro hoc vice would be revoked, which would go on his record forever. And it is a black mark. It is a stain. It is embarrassing. It is like being disbarred. It's being disbarred from Florida. And that is a very serious thing, a very serious thing. That's why he was so afraid. But it could still happen. All right, Ro, what's up?
Hi, I have a question.
Yes.
So the lawyer's fired. Now, if Lynette does get a new lawyer, will this just make Jeremy's money? I mean, his bill go up and up and up?
Look, his bill's going up anyway. Ro, thank you so much for your call. Thank you so much. We'll answer it. His bill is going up anyway.
Yeah, but okay.
Regardless.
I think if there were any kind of lawyer, I think would reduce his bill because Bruce, part of his strategy is seem to paper this thing. You know, when he papers it, it's just it drives that up exponentially. So most lawyers wouldn't have the strategy that he has. I think over time he'll have a reduced bill. But yeah, I mean anything that happens will drive up costs.
Tammy.
All right, hang on a second. Repeat that last thing you said. It was dinging in my ears.
No, I'm just saying anything that happens drives costs, but ultimately getting rid of Bruce and his papering of the case, because Randy has to answer everything that comes up. You know, those are hours. I mean, honestly, that's another thing that would be unfair, you know, with Bruce just getting out of this in any way. I mean, he's driven up costs.
Right.
Big
He
time.
has. Hopefully another lawyer would not do that. Okay, I think we
you
have
wouldn't
someone
think.
else on the line, but I forgot whose name it was. Who am I talking to?
Kathy?
Kathy. Welcome to the show.
Hi. That's great. I love you guys. I've been watching for years.
Oh, we
I
love
mean,
you
before you guys even came on the picture, you know, between the founding from DUI to you guys, I've been watching ever since. But my main thing is, I'm really glad Randy's there, or excuse me, that Larry's there for Randy, because I know Randy probably thinks he's just gone bonkers with all this stuff that Bruce has been putting him through. And to have Larry's ear as another attorney to bench off of, I think it's awesome that Larry's there for him.
Oh, I agree with you, Kathy. And by the way, thank you for being a listener for so many years. We sure appreciate and love you. And
Oh, I've enjoyed you guys. I mean, I even quit going to work at the jewelry store to work with my son so I can watch you guys.
oh my
I've been
gosh.
bad.
Oh my
Hey, I'm
gosh.
only taking a hiatus. I've been there 20 years. It's my turn to take some time off. I just do it on his last day. You go for it.
You deserve
But anyway,
that.
that's my main thought is, you know, Randy needed another attorney on his side that he can vent to, you know, because,
I hear you.
you know, it's totally different where they're at. You know, as an attorney can't really talk to people.
Right.
But I know with them down there one-on-one as friends, you know, he can actually get some things off his shoulders that, you know, the poor man's going nuts.
I know it. All right, Kathy, I'm going to hang up and we'll answer you. We'll comment on that.
Thank you.
All righty. I agree so much with Kathy.
Green veg.
And I'm all right. Turn your thing down. I can't hear.
Hey, two things real quick.
Wait.
Hang on.
Turn down that noise.
Yeah, you'll have to turn off the.
You have to
Oh,
turn
I'm on my
that
headphones
off.
now.
Okay.
How's that?
And hold on 1 second, okay? Because I want to respond to Kathy. Kathy, I think you're absolutely right. I think that Larry is an amazing resource, and also he's just a good person. Tug, what do you think about what Kathy said? I thought it was quite astute.
Yeah. I think first of all, Larry has been very nice and tried to help out everyone in this, including Bruce. He gave Bruce some really good advice. Yeah. You know, he even get like last night that was far for the course is how he's gone about it. He tried to give him good legal advice. He talked about, you know, hey, this is
I wish I could hear him.
Crap case, you know, so you need to drop out on that. And unfortunately, he didn't listen. And well,
I know
where we are now.
He didn't. All right, caller, go ahead.
Hey, this is Green Veggie Beast. Y'all know me.
Beast. How are you?
What's up?
Oh, going crazy, but that's normal. Two things. Number one, please tell me they put him in jail.
Not yet. We don't have any news about that. It's absolutely a possibility that he could go to jail. Okay, what's your second thing?
Number two, I really think the judge, his effort was kind of an old school management technique. A lot of people, when they manage people, they come on super strong, come on like just like a ball buster, for lack of a better term.
Right.
And they back off a little bit just to kind of feel things out, see how it goes.
Sure.
And if they don't have to become a ball buster, they don't become one.
Sure.
Well, unfortunately, in this case, BBB was an idiot.
What an idiot! All right, I'm going to hang up, and if Tug's got comments on that, you'll be able to hear them then. All right, bye-bye. Thanks for calling, Green Veggie Beast.
Yeah, what's up, Green Veggie Beast? Anyway, I'm going to give him love. Appreciate you.
Yeah, and also I think that's a good observation. That is a management technique, right? It's also a technique in teaching. You know, when you're a teacher, sometimes you come in hot, right? You come in hot, and you set expectations really high, and then you can back off once the students understand. And I think maybe he's right. Maybe the judge did that. I didn't answer that last one. Sorry, I hit the end button on accident. we got. It's hard when people are calling. I didn't. Google. I'm gonna have to learn how to use Discord, I think, but then everyone else has to use Discord too, and.
I have my own problems with Discord.
I know. It's difficult. All right, here we go.
Call from.
Okay. Well, caller, you're on. Hello? Nope. Okay, I guess that didn't go through. Sorry, whoever was calling in the while I was trying to answer that, you can call back. I'm waiting to hear something from court. I mean, this is nerve-wracking, man. It is nerve-wracking. I am dying. It's 2:53. It is 2:53. They've been in there for 53 minutes already.
Yeah, no way.
Hey, welcome to the show. How are you? What's going on?
I'm well. Listen, I was just looking at the Facebook post, and there was a question posted. Does Lynette even know that she fired him?
That's a good question. Actually, that's a very good question.
Oh my gosh. All right, I'm going to hang up and we're going to answer that question. Thank you for calling. That is a great question. I actually heard from a source today, and I can't be specific about it, but I have a source who told me that there was at least one thing done without her knowledge and permission. So actually, that is a really good question.
She's
And
going
I
to
can't.
turn on. She's going to turn
Mhm.
on him, and she has a lot of reason to, honestly, because he is. She already had a terrible
Call
problem, but
Marty.
Hang on one second, Marty. You said, Tug, she already had a terrible problem.
yeah, she already had a
Sorry.
terrible problem with this case, and any judge would have. I mean, any lawyer would have said, "Hey, shut up. No more liability. Let's
Right.
try to minimize this. Let's nip it in the bud." But instead, I mean, Bruce was like throwing gasoline on a fire.
Yes,
And
he sure did. He sure did. All right, next caller. What's your comment or question?
I just have a comment. My name is Marty, and I live not too far from Otter Creek, and I've met Jeremy and George about 2 times. They are the most delightful people, and I'm so glad that you all are standing up for him and supporting him. This is so important.
Oh, well, thank you so much for that comment. We'll hang up so you can hear Tug on the reply.
And
Thank you, Marty. I love it when people from Otter Creek call. I love that. And I just love it. And
here's
I'm
my
glad
question.
that some people in Otter Creek do love them. And that makes me happy. Go ahead, Tug.
Now, I want to know this. These people sell magic rocks, right? They're supposed to what?
Yes,
What do
they
they do for you exactly? I mean, I wouldn't want one of those, because everyone that seems to be surrounded by them.
Yeah.
God. I mean, what did they give you?
Well,
Like
perhaps that witchcraft attached to it is bad juju. I don't know.
maybe it's like an ESTD, because everything it touches goes up in flames.
Oh God, it's so funny.
Oh, my
This case has been wild. Absolutely. Oh, Shizzy, we're having a Shizzy raid. I didn't realize that Shizzy was I think he had a video drop today.
Call from.
Okay. Hello. Welcome to the show. What's your comment or question?
Well, I'm going to say thanks.
Yeah? Wait, you cut out. I can't hear you anymore. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
Okay.
Very hard.
We're having a really bad connection on that one. Maybe you want to try calling back, because you were real faint in the background. I could barely hear you. By the way, if you call in and the line is busy and you get the voicemail, you can leave one, and I might be able to go. I can go in and hear those.
Call from Pandora.
Hey, Pandora, what's going on?
And I have a question more from a legal standpoint. Is it possible that the judge could enter a summary judgment in favor of Jeremy and end all of this?
Okay, thank you for the question. I'm going to hang up so we can answer that. And
Great. Thank you both so much.
Thank you for calling. All right, so here's the answer to that. I don't know. I know that summary judgment is a thing that can happen, but I've been told it's possible we are not at a point in this case, because discovery has not been completed, that the judge would have enough information to do that. So the answer is I don't know. Tug, do you have any other insight into that?
No, I think there's a few more steps with it. Could the judge decide? Yeah, I mean, he could get mad enough that he could.
But he would have
lead
to
us
be
down
careful.
that road. You know,
he would have to be careful, because that
Yeah.
could open up an appeal
Yes,
problem.
appeals.
If everything isn't, if all the ducks aren't in a row, is
What I think what we're looking at right now, I mean, for today, looks like a big problem for Bruce. You know, this was an issue when he went in. Remember, the parties didn't have to be there, because this wasn't about parties. This was about counsel. And
right. Right.
you know, again, it depends on the level of
Hello?
frustration from this
Hang on
judge.
one second, Donna. Agreed. Donna, welcome to the program. What's going on?
Okay, so first of all, I want to say, Tug, I've been watching you since before Johnny Depp, and Megan, I found you because of Tug. But I wanted to ask a question. Is there a way that the judge can deny the fact that, Lynette was supposed to have quote unquote fired him, which I doubt, because of the fact that it's just another delay tactic?
That is a good question. I don't know. That's another thing that I do not know. I know that if he tried to withdraw, he would need permission. But if he got fired, that's something. You know what? I will keep it in the on my list of things to ask Larry when we talk to him tonight. Because tonight at 8 p.m. We are going to be hearing from Larry Foreman. And by the way, so I'm gonna shut down the phones for just a moment here because wow, you guys, you're so funny. I love you guys, but it's amazing. I need a better system where I can put calls on hold because the beeping is driving me nuts and I can't focus on what I'm saying. But so let's just pause for a second. Thank you, by the way, for calling in. I appreciate that. These are questions we need to ask Larry. I haven't heard from him yet. Tug, it is 3 o'clock.
God knows what's happening in there. I mean,
God knows. It's
you know,
an
well,
hour.
I'm wondering how much time the judge is gonna. He's still gonna have some stuff to say, and Randy, he's gonna still get to talk about what was there. He gets to talk about his filings, but he gets to talk without somebody defending themselves. My way. There is going to be no bounce backs. When he talks about how Bruce has comported himself, this judge is going to get a picture again without somebody saying, no, wait a minute, and lying their ass off. He gets to talk about comments that have been made in the past where the judge, he had a certain opinion about it. Who knows though? I mean, I'm sure the judge is pissed off though. So, I mean, we'll see. I've never seen it. I don't even know what to say with it because honestly, we have never seen anything like this.
I've never seen a judge like this. I've never seen a judge so angry.
This case just polyflopped. I mean,
it polyflopped is right. It did. It polyflopped. That's for sure. So Max Lab left a message. So those of you, if you are still calling and you want to ask something that way, you can always leave a voicemail and I'll get a transcription of it. Max Lab called and he said, I'm calling you guys to know that everyone in chat says there's new stuff on Pacer, but there's nothing new on paper. I've been checking like crazy. Talk to you guys later. Okay. Well, thank you so much for letting us know that, Max Lab. I appreciate that. So also, Tom says, I'm just throwing this out there. I don't think he's really wanting to withdraw this yet. Again, another stall tactic. Let's throw in more mass confusion and paperwork and let them get a chance to figure out a new tactic and attack again. Possible, but really risky. None of this is making the judge any less angry with him. This is bad behavior. Tina called in. She said, I was asking, my question is, can the judge deny the line at firing Bruce? Does he have the ability to deny that? That's something we should ask Larry. I don't know. I don't know if he can. I'm not sure. I mean, that's something I've never come across before, Tug. I've never come across a case where someone tried to fire a lawyer and the judge said no.
Exactly. I've never seen. I mean, this is new grounds. The hypotheticals will still be interesting to ask about, no matter what the outcome actually is. This is just. Who would have ever thought we would be right here? Who would have ever seen this coming? I'm at a loss for words for some of this insanity today. I feel giddy today. I just, I don't know. I'm having to eat the laughter. I would just be sitting here laughing for freaking an hour, I mean, seriously, like Bruce threatened all of us. He talked a big fucking game.
Yeah.
And we sit down. I mean, it was to the point, just let's be clear about this. Like, we made contact with lawyers and other stuff because if he was going to come, like, we were going to make sure it'd be like game on because nobody's going to knock us off a case or tell us what to do. But we expended time and effort making sure that we could defend ourselves. We cataloged everything. So I take a certain a zeal in somebody coming after me just to watch them flame out like this.
I agree. You know what? Let's hit some super chats actually, because they are
Mm.
piling up like crazy. And this one
Yeah,
just
that's a
came.
good idea.
This one just came in, and this is a great one. Jack's mom, thanks for the 5, says, question for Larry tonight: if the judge kicks BBB, wait, hold on, I got off the page. Kicks BBB to the curb, will he be allowed to represent himself in the Fed 10 or 9, Fed 2? Yeah, Fed 2 case. I know the answer to this one. Yes.
Yeah.
He will absolutely be. Anybody, you don't have to be a lawyer. It's not recommended for anybody to be their own lawyer, but yes, he can.
He's asked for an extension on time as well. He had a 30-day request that was granted. By the way, everything's been so crazy that we haven't had time to really cover everything in Fed 2. But maybe now we can actually catch that case up and talk about what's going on with it too. I mean, honestly, I feel like, that case, it's kind of been paused. So we haven't had a lot of time with it. But yeah, right now he says he's looking for a lawyer. Now, again, we'll see. And I mean, honestly, is he in a place where he can fight? He put in an order. It was let's see. Give me 1 second. I'll pull this up because this is about that.
Okay.
No, I mean, now he's still. That's what we're saying. He's still in it. He hasn't done anything for himself. Like he may have removed, but he already damage done to himself. Good luck.
Ty Sticks is killing me. Ty Sticks, thanks for the 5. In secretarial voice, Megan Fox Writer, please hold. Megan Fox Writer, please hold. Megan Fox Writer, please hold. Megan Fox, can I take your question, please? Corporate accounts payable, Nina speaking. Just a moment. It's absolutely perfect. All right, guys, stop calling because I got to get to these super chats. The calls, I cannot get to them. It's too confusing. Oh my God. Green Veggie Beast, thanks for the 5. Please tell me that the man baby was arrested. I can't tell you that yet.
We don't know what's happened yet.
We don't know what's happened. We are at a total standstill because whatever's happening in that hearing is happening.
And it's been a lot of time. That's the crazy
It's been
thing.
an entire hour. I really thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I thought it'd be over by now.
15 minutes. That's what I thought.
Here's-
Without him being there, 15 minutes.
Here's that order, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Let's pull that
this
up.
this is in Fed 2. So Bruce filed a motion seeking a 30-day extension to respond to plaintiff's complaint. Plaintiff's counsel agreed to a 10-day extension only. Madskin stated that he needs 30 days to obtain counsel. So he's saying he's going to get counsel.
He's going to get a lawyer.
Yeah.
I think it'll be interesting if he doesn't. If in 30 days he says I can't get one, I wonder what the judge will think about that.
Well, it'll be an interesting discussion. I mean, right now, when he goes to the ecosystem, good luck fundraising off that because, I mean, it was effectively dropped out. Everything he told those people, I hope they understand this. He lied to you. Whether you hate every one of us and hate Jeremy Hales or not, he lied to you. If he didn't lie, he said it'd be over. It'd be over quickly. He was already gone. It was just like a continuous train wreck. One denial after another, after another. He pissed off a judge enough that they have a show cause hearing. Holy crap.
Oh my God. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Let's see now. We have, where was the next one?
I just thought of this. I haven't been drinking caffeine. So today I got up and I've just been exhausted from stuff. I couldn't wake up, and Megan was like, "Hey, we're gonna tailgate for me." I was like, "Heck yeah, let's do that." So I got some coffee, and I've been sitting here, and I'm like, "Why am I so fucking wired?" Like, no wonder I've been drinking coffee, and I haven't for
it's the adrenaling.
Yeah,
from
it's
what's
the
going on in
excitement,
space.
the caffeine, all of it together. I'm like,
Woohoo! Tuck's ready to take off like a bottle rocket.
Start running around the room. Oh yeah. Be like the Kool-Aid man busting a wall.
I couldn't sit still and just wait for this today. I had to go live. I told Tug, I was like, we got to tailgate. I got to talk to the peeps. I got to talk to the chat. I got to hear what people are saying and thinking, because this is the wildest thing I've ever seen, ever. I have my favorites. Tammy's cuz, thanks to the 5. BBB has filed to be discharged from representation for John and Lynette. He probably will still be in trouble with the judge. Oh, I can assure you, he will still be in trouble with the judge. He will not, that this is not going to go away for him. And I did verify that with Larry, by the way. I did ask him as he was going into court. I said, I think he thinks this is going to get him out of it. It won't. And he agreed with me. Shifter Brains, thanks for the 2. Happy birthday. Whose birthday is it? Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. I don't know whose birthday it is, but happy birthday.
Here's a weird thing. Let me clip this for you because it's interesting that they're saying they fired him, right? But just yesterday on 2Ls in the chat, they were praising him. In fact, I'm talking about John Cook was there, and he was praising him as a good lawyer. So hard to believe they fired him after that, you know? I mean, here, let's see.
Yeah, wasn't that recently? Oh, by
Last
the way,
night.
Michael Dean, thanks for the 5. I have taken her everywhere. So, and I was not impressed. I'll
There,
put it that
check
way.
that out.
I was not impressed.
Check this
Where
out
is it?
here.
Okay, here we go.
There. All right. So you can say, give me one thing. I have to find it again. I was saying if it's open. So you see them talking, you know, and you see like John Cook. Yeah. Bruce stepped up to the plate when no other lawyer would. I have nothing but respect for the man. You know, they're talking about how he's a great lawyer. Like in the other comments, I mean, you have Cook talking about, hey, he's a good lawyer. He's a good guy. And you see them all talking about it. Like, hey, he's great. So it's weird to go from that to telling me that they fired him. You know?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's why I think this is some kind of, you know, they think this is a strategic move. And you know what's going to happen? I'll tell you what he's going to do. He's going to find another patsy, and he's going to be pulling the strings from behind the scenes again.
The problem
taking
is,
the
though, he's
thumbnail
made
case.
such a mess of it that, again, I realize there are people out there that will never listen to reason. It doesn't matter. You know, the ecosystem,
Right.
after everything they've seen, they will never listen. But some of the people, especially people, again, like David the Donor, people they needed, whales, they're out, you know, and this may wake up even more people. Because, I mean, what are they paying for? They just got took for how many thousands of dollars, and for what?
For what? Oh my God. I don't know. Oh, Tug, I got to go. I'll be right back. I got an important phone call.
Okay. All right. Yeah. And oh man. So we're probably going to find out some stuff that's happening. This is a crazy day, though. It's absolutely right. Again, we are at a level, like I said, I've never seen a case like this. And you've got to remember how Bruce, he inserted himself into this case. He pushed into this case, and he did it. He said, he's talked about it before. He went after people like Larry Foreman, for example, because of his mac and cheese. Because not only did he want to be famous or infamous, I suppose, but also because he got blown off. And he took this attitude. If you look at that attitude, he took it into the courtroom as well. Anytime that he felt he was getting shown up or anything else, he couldn't keep his mouth shut. He had to act out. He had to do all this crazy BS. And ultimately, look where it's gotten him. Look where it has gotten him. Now they're trying to tell us again that he was fired. Like I said, I was looking at, so yesterday and the day before, there was, or the live stream before, there was a bunch of stuff going on with the David the Donor situation. David the Donor, he was sitting in chat, talking a lot of smack. He was actually sitting there calling them out. In fact, I thought it would make a good live stream. I'd been pulling together a bunch of stuff on that. But it was fascinating because you have people that, again, have been piggy banks for these folks. And they're waking up to it. They've seen nonsense. And, you know, have they seen reason? No, they still think for some reason. I guess he admitted the other day that he was invested, quote unquote, invested. And I would say that's probably a dollar amount investment. So he could probably never admit that despite everything that's been shown, that's an absolute train wreck. But you know what he did admit? He admitted a lot of stuff about how he didn't think Bruce was doing very well. They called out Bruce quite a bit, and they got all really pissed off about it. Well, look who's right in that again, you know? It's just been amazing because this guy is threatened and threatened. He's threatened everybody associated with this. You covered this case and he made threats. Now he likes to spin it and say, oh, well, I was saying that I wouldn't sue people, but no, it was clear. He was saying that he was going to sue. He obviously, we saw some of the messages that he was telling people. He was giving people legal advice. He was saying that he would sign off on something if say a channel got hit for what was going on. He would sign off as counsel. If some of those people turn on him, he's effectively done. He's got some real problems. And again, Lynette Preston, she has a tendency to turn on folks. Shara mentioned just the other day that the lawyer in Ohio, they were turning on him. This is a guy, by the way, that went out. He actually did do pro bono work. You can think whatever you want about how that went or what. Everyone is entitled to counsel. And look what he had to work with. I mean, honestly, it was a train wreck before anyone ever got there. They went on record. They said a lot of things they should not have. Counsel would not let them say. That's one of the beautiful things in this case, too. The clients have gone on record and made statements they can't take back. But Bruce, man, like I said before, it's like there was already a fire. And when he came in, it was like gasoline was pouring on it. And I think a lot of people should have questions. Like, where did their money go? Like, what's going on? New document. Yeah, okay. Let's see what it is. Let me check. This is the show cause here. No, we don't have a lot for this, but give me a second. I got a document for you. Thank you, Backslap, by the way, buddy. I appreciate you, brother. I'm pulling it up right now. Just give me a moment. I gotta download it. What a day! What a freaking day! All right, so I'm pulling up a document here. You got to remember too. Again, this case is nowhere near. I mean, again, you could get a decision in it possibly. I mean, something like that maybe, but. Honestly, these cases are far from over. They may slow down now that you don't have this idiot that's filing. So the hearing was over at 1:49. Here's a document. Let me see. Oh, he didn't pull it up. Give me 1 minute. All right, here we go. I forget I have to share on. I'm on Megan's channel. Mine automatically shares. So apologies for that. I didn't realize this there, but. Wait, is that the wrong document? Damn it. This is a pain in the butt. All right, here we go. There it is. That is so weird. It's not. It shows it up on the screen, but give me a minute. This is freaking acting up. Just give me a second, okay? It's not my stream, so it's acting up. All right, I got it now. It was there, but I couldn't move it or anything. I got your document now. Here you go. So check this out. This is This is part of the hearing where we're starting to get we're starting to find out about minutes here. So we had our show cause hearing. The hearing was not a short hearing, by the way. Now it has been over for a hot minute, but that hearing took 48 minutes. I was expecting a hearing that took maybe 15. Usually you're talking about a hearing where, I mean, maybe 30 minutes at most, but, usually talking about something where there are a couple of questions, and that's that. But apparently in this, it went a little bit longer. Yeah, I know. It's Mary there. Wow, Megan, you changed it. I know. My voice, what's happening to me? Now, here's the interesting thing, too. We absolutely, by the way, can say 100% that Bruce did not appear. This is confirmed, as in it has already been noted and confirmed, but in court documents, this is 100% confirmed. Now, if you remember from yesterday, when we went through what the judge had to say, the judge said 100% you have to appear. There is no excuse for appearance. Remember, he tried to pull this ridiculous nonsense. He tried to pull my wife's shoulder. Again, the kids, I don't like bringing that up. I'll just say it that way. I hate that, because if that is true, and again, I'm not going to dig into whether or not that is, but if that is, it's a terrible situation, you know. But he utilized that, and band, can't miss the band practice. Like somebody said, I thought this was a very good comment, and Megan talked about this yesterday. Somebody said, what do you think would be more damaging, by the way? Do you think that him not being there for a couple of days, that would be more damaging than potentially, you know, the liability that could have potentially come with this? And again, we don't know what happened. We have no idea yet. I'm sure Megan's finding out a little bit more about what happened, but it could have been big time for him. God knows. What do you think could have been worse? The unknown? Again, he could have gone in, just fell on the proverbial sword, you know, taking blame. He could have said, you know, sorry about everything that happened. I apologize. I let this get the better of me. I will conduct myself more appropriately, you know. But he didn't go with that. Instead, you know, that's one of the things. When you get taken to task, this is a life lesson too, folks, you know. Just heard a bench warrant had been ordered. Haven't verified. Let's see. We'll find out. You know, again, I don't want to. Tom Riddle. Doug is stalling for Megan to get back. Yeah, she's taking a call. I'm sure it's an important call. You know, in the middle of this, oh, you know, you know. Yeah, there's a lot of rumors until I see. Until I see proof, oh my God, if a bench warrant has been ordered for him, he's so screwed, dude. Oh my God. I mean, this is insane though. Again, I've never seen a situation like this ever. I've watched court cases all my life. I have covered many court cases in depth. This is something I've been doing for a hot minute, but I've been watching court cases all my freaking life. You know, it's one of those pastimes. I'm sure a lot of you have experienced that. But, you know, back in the day when court TV, you know, before the internet boom and before you could go on and watch stuff, you know, we'd have court TV. You could sit in, watch whatever you wanted. It was kind of awesome, to be honest. I used to love doing that. And I've seen some pretty crazy cases, but I have never seen a case like this. I've never seen a person just act like that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm waiting for confirmation that anything's come up though. You know, like I said, there's a lot of rumors on what has or hasn't happened. You know, people are mentioning the document too. On the document, this is pretty much all that's on your document. You know, we had confirmation that the hearing happened. That's it so far. We don't know what happened in the hearing yet. That's what Megan, I'm sure, is finding out right now. Oh my God, it's so crazy. This stuff is so crazy. Let's look at a few. I'm looking at some comments as they come in. Yeah. Is it Encore TV? No, this is a federal case, so you typically you're not going to have cameras or anything like that. And then, I mean, honestly, it's surprising. This case should have had more eyeballs, and it's possible that it might get some eyeballs off of all of this insanity, and other people may pick it up. And if they do, good. You know, if a huge channel out there does, good for them. You know, here's the thing though, and this is the only thing that bothers me about that stuff. Jeremy Hales deserves people picking that up and noting what's happening, but they won't understand this case. They will not understand it at all. It is a crazy, complex case. Most cases, if you're looking at them, they don't have 100 orders or 100 filings rather, and they don't have a dozen or so orders within the entire case. This case already, you're hitting around one. It's gone over what, 125 now. And it just keeps going. Here's a question too. I would like to know about where did the money go? That is a good question. I mean, again, with the with everything that's happened, they've been raising funds for documents. And you got to remember this too. All of that document cost, that stuff was brought on by Bruce. And did he do anything positive with that? See, they sit around all the time talking about the extended deposition and talking about Jeremy's part in that, what he had to say. Did they actually accomplish anything with that? Because I would say no. I couldn't in that see them accomplishing anything. I mean, he tried to basically tar and feather Jeremy Hales as a racist. He tried that for a shirt. But beyond that, what did they actually do? They brought up Ohio. Ooh, baby. One thing we didn't get to, by the way, and we will definitely have to now, as part of his excuses, if not the last document that he filed, but the one right before that, whoo, baby, it was something else, because he was not only bringing up things in this case, he was bringing up the Ohio case, and he was questioning the validity of the Ohio protective order. He did that in this federal case. He tried to do that in Depot as well, and all that did is strengthen Jeremy Hale's position, in my opinion. Now, again, a judge gets to decide on all of that and decide what is or isn't relevant, but they brought that into it. So when BBB, say he's off the case, right? If BBB's off the case, the issue that he has there is the damage that's left behind. Again, these people don't want to hear it. They just cheerlead every single thing that he does. But the reality is that he left fires in his wake. And I mean, some crazy ones. When you look at Lynette Press, and this is a crazy statement, but I really want you to consider this. Was she better off being pro se than she was with Bruce being on this? I mean, the only thing that they really managed with Bruce was to knock out the RICO conspiracy portion. But you have to question, without Bruce's involvement, how many conspirators would actually be on board? I mean, you'd have a few, but how many of them would have felt that they could go to the level that they did? Because many of them, I imagine, felt assured, oh, there's this guy, he talks a big game. He's a lawyer out here after all, and he says we can do X, Y, and Z. I wonder how many of them would have gone to that level. Because you have people out there. Again, I can't wait to hear how the ecosystem tries to spin this crap. Because ultimately, with Jeremy, so many of them went way too far. And when I say I'm talking about hammering statements, again, like Ray. Ray is a perfect example. Ray, after he found out that he was being sued, he made statements of fact that, whoo, baby, they're bad. And again, most things people, they may not like it, but most things you say about people, again, insults online or more, that's one thing. But the statements of fact these people have dug into, again, about signs, for example. Oh, there's some new stuff on signs too. Somebody sent me. I want to pull that up too. It's crazy. Check the chat. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Man. Yeah, there's some stuff that's noted in private chat. Yeah, the hearing's over. We do know that. Megan noted that we could to mention that the hearing, but we already know the hearing's over. Again, we have that filing on that. And as far as BBB is concerned, well, it looks like it doesn't sound like the judge is really happy. Again, I only have like snippets of what's here, but the judge apparently has quite a bit to say about BBB. And I'm sure that if Bruce would have gone, I'm telling you, my gut, and I've been saying this for days, because people kept saying, oh, well, you know, he's going to get canned, he's going to get knocked off the case. I don't think that would have happened. I actually do not think that would have happened. What I thought in my gut was that he was going to get fined. In fact, I figured both parties, the way the judge wanted, he doesn't want any room for appeal. So he would have laid down the law by probably, he would have jumped all over everybody. He would have probably sanctioned both parties to make a point. You know, calm down, kids. It's like giving both people a spanking. That's where I think that was going to go. Now, the issue is, again, before Bruce pulled this stuff, the issue would have been, and do I think that would have been the correct response? No. But I think the judge, he was mad about how things were going. I did check the private chat, by the way. I did check it. I've checked it. You know, so I'm noting that. You know, as far as it, again, the hearing, we know it lasted for, you know, I'll pull that document up while we're talking. Might as well put it up on the screen. Give me 1 minute. Like I said, what we already knew that the hearing, again, was a rather lengthy hearing. I'm sure the 48 minutes, that's quite a bit. It is quite a freaking, check email. All right. Let me see. I don't see anything. There's nothing new. I have a couple questions in there, but I don't see anything new as far as decisions or anything like that. You know, I mean, I do know, like, again, as far as he withdrew from everything, we did cover that. Actually, I guess we can pull that up. For people who don't know what happened, if you just tuned in on this, we're waiting again. Megan is finding out some I'm sure, juicy details. Again, this, like I said, I figure everybody was going to get sanctioned. That's how it was going to go. But instead, BBB did not show up. We have that confirmed. It is confirmed by court document, by the way, 100%. BBB did not show up today. He decided the way to go. And again, there's a couple of other people that are saying that reported from eyes in the court that there was a bench warrant, but I have no confirmation on that, you know. Yes, I have checked the private message. Again, it was very minimal. It's kind of stuff that I told you before. You know, we had a document on. We already knew the hearing was over. The judge he's apparently going to have quite a bit to say, like I said, but we don't have what he's said yet. I'm sure there will be more details, but he's going to have a lengthy order to talk about this stuff, you know. So with that, you know, again, you want to make a judge mad, defy them. You want to really tick him off because he was already mad. And like I said, I figure he was going to take it out on everybody. If you're just tuning in, by the way, this is crazy. I've noticed we've gone up to over 5,000 people. So if you're just tuning in, Megan right now is finding out some details. She's probably taking notes on it, trying to get everything as a journalist will. But we do know for 100% that Bruce did not show up. Not only that, but today this was filed. And this is an interesting filing. We were talking about this because at first I misread this. All right.
I'm back. Hey. All right.
Yeah, let me pull this off the screen. Give me 1 second.
All right.
Okay.
court is over. Some things happen. I can talk about a general overview, but we're going to wait. We need to wait for the details for Larry. We don't have any details right now. The judge is actually going to file 3 orders, he said. And this is how he said he was going to file. Obviously, one of the orders will be about what he decides about Randy. One of the orders will be the show cause that about Bruce, and the other order will be about the sanctions regarding Bruce. He described it as he will be filing a lengthy order dealing with Mr. Manskin.
Oh no. See, I figure today again. Don't you agree with this? I think it would have been like sitting down with your kids, even if one of your kids is maybe you see them a little at fault, and the other one is crazy on it. You spank them both, typically. You know, I figured that's how.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Like I said, going into it, I wouldn't be surprised if both of them got some kind of sanction. But I think Bruce's is going to be way worse.
But Bruce, whoa! After today, shoo, baby.
But look what we have on the docket right now. The judge just filed this. Here it is. Oh, you already saw it. Okay,
yeah. We pulled that up.
Okay.
That way we could confirm the part.
Cool.
No, pull it back up if you want to.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
scroll down. That's the most.
That he failed to appear.
Yeah, that's the big part. The little check box failed to appear, baby.
Yeah, and here's the other thing. Here's the other thing that he said about that. He said, he said, and it's not clear. It's not clear whether the judge got the motion withdrawing from the case yet, but he did say, "I'm not letting him out."
Oh man!
And he also said,
"How does that work?" Though? Like
he said about Bruce, he is in contempt, and he is under my rule.
How would that work if the parties that he represents are like, "Hey, I want him off my case"? And I mean, how would that work though? I mean, I've never seen a situation like this.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's epic. It's absolutely epic. And what I understand is I haven't been able to get a hold of Larry, and I do not know if he is going live or not, or if he is, I don't know what he's doing. I have tried to contact him. Because here's the thing. I have a few things. I have a few things that, I could give you guys like the general gist of it, which is that the judge was not happy.
I'm sure.
The judge was not happy at all. And I am really looking forward to Larry's report about this. And I would love to send you guys all over there right now. But so far, Larry has not set up a live stream. So I don't know and I haven't gotten a hold of him. So I'm just assuming he's busy. And if he does that, so here's what we will do. We will go back to Super Chats, and we will, he may be waiting for Jeremy. I don't know. We will go back to Super Chats. And if somebody goes live, either Larry or Jeremy, while we are doing that, I will send you guys over there, and we will finish. I'll try to finish Super Chats at another time. But all right, let's get back to them and see how far we can get.
Craziness today.
I know I'm like, sorry that took so long, but there were things.
I can ramble and I can say a lot of something for hours if I need to.
Well, yeah, and I just want to make sure that, like, for one, I don't want to be reporting what happened in court because I wasn't there, so I don't want to give secondhand information. I want to send you to someone who was there.
That's why I keep saying, there's rumors of binge warring and all that. I'm like, we have no idea until I report, until I have 100% confirmation something like that were to happen. I need to know. I have to know.
Yeah. So we're in a holding pattern at the moment. Night Owl, thanks for the 5. Watching Mr. Coop and Georgie. Bruce not in Florida and just filed a motion. He quit. Yep. Lisa, thanks to the 5. It's not a tailgate party without hot dogs. Gather round, get your chili dogs. Just J Hip, thanks to the 5. I have to go to bed. Say nice things about me for the replay, please. Have a great stream. Well, I think I already did say nice things about you. Laughed my ass off listening to your latest stream. It was great. Max Lab, thanks for the 2. Oh, by the way, Darth Touch, I don't know if you know this, but he put up a poll asking his only subscribers, by the way, you have to subscribe to his boring Substack if you want to vote in the poll. The poll asks, who is the worst friend, me or my former friend Megan Fox? And the time limit on it is 114 years.
That's hilarious.
He needs 114 years for this question to be solved.
Oh God, he mailed me again today. Every 2 days, like clockwork. I'm telling you, it's like some weird ex-girlfriend. It's very strange.
He has problems. He has problems.
No, it's hoping that he can actually get in and get his payday. The problem is, with his little payday that he may end up paying out Dave if he doesn't watch his ass. I mean, really.
I know. Max Lab, thanks for the 2. Megan, did you get the document Bruce filed? I sure did. Paisley Chicken, thanks for the 2. Your hair looks great today. Thanks. I washed it and I straightened it, and it was a whole thing. I took some time to do my hair because I had been in the hospital for 6 days and it was a total mess. So yeah, that felt good. Dark Side Harley Girl, thanks to the 5. Welcome to the world of As Our Stomach Turns. LOL. Thanks for your coverage, you two. And don't forget that by 8 p.m. tonight on Tug's channel, Larry will be going. We're all set up and scheduled for Larry to be there. So if he doesn't go live for some reason this afternoon, for sure, you will get the in-court report at 8 p.m. tonight on Tug's channel.
I figure somebody will tell us more. They're probably, we may be waiting on Jeremy to find out something or who knows.
And also, the judge has not made his ruling yet. So he hasn't put that order in. So if something was said or whatever in the courtroom, it may not end up in the order.
Right.
So that's another thing that it needs to wait for that. That order is going to be coming hopefully soon. It sounded like he was going to go and work on it. And he said something about, I hope this is the last well-researched order I have to do. And don't quote me. It's just a, general thing. Dark Side Harley Girl, thanks for the 5. Welcome to the world. Oh, I already read that one. Skiffer Trucking, thanks for the 2. Can't destroy a career that never existed. Just J Hip, thanks for the 5. Hey, Volman is my little birch. You leave him alone. AKA the cat lady, thanks for the 5. Does this mean Randy can show the judge all the BS Bruce has been pulling, or is that ex parte not allowed? I think I can say safely he was allowed to show a couple of things, and that seemed to turn the temperature down quite a bit. So whatever that tells you, go with it.
Wait, I missed that. What was that statement? Can you say that one more time?
That Randy was able to show the judge a couple of pieces of evidence of the bad behavior, and that it turned the judge's temperature down. With his maybe mutual anger.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like I say, if Bruce would have shown up, I don't get this. I really don't, because again, I think mutual spanking was what was going to happen today. I think Bruce would have gotten a heavier stick, but it still would have been a mutual spanking. And now I have no idea what happens when you don't. I mean, define it. Why would you think this is a good idea? Holy crap! That's potentially life ruinous right there, career ruinous.
Yeah, it's very serious. It's very serious what's going on today. Roberto Gines, thanks for the 2. Appreciate that. Kat Buchanan, thanks for the 5. BBB is done as a lawyer. I don't know. I mean, I think he has really harmed his reputation and career, but we'll see what happens. Elizabeth Palmer, thanks for the 10. Appreciate that. Angelo Odath, thanks for the 179. What the flock? Jada, thanks for the 2. Let's flock and go. Paula Carpenter, thanks for the $1. I appreciate you. Troy Ironside, thanks to the New Zealand 2. Who brought the marshmallows for this dumpster fire? Liz Bird, thanks for the 5. Outdated new song, mind blown. I know it hasn't even been like 8 hours since I wrote it, and it's already
The video I dropped yesterday was already outdated by the time I dropped it. There was another order. I was like, crap, you know.
Oh, and I can tell you this. I can tell you this too. There will be a freeze on the case for 30 days.
Yeah.
So we will get a break, Tug, to catch up.
Oh my God, we'll
Because
have a
the
month to
only
catch everything up.
Yeah,
Holy
the only
crap.
thing that's going to be filed is the judge's order, which should be it should be.
That's good though, because
amazing.
I mean we are behind. I'm telling you,
We're
I
so
felt
behind.
yeah, and
You
that
know what
only
I thought the
freezes
other
one
night?
case, by the way.
Yeah, right. It freezes both, right? Doesn't it?
No, I think it only freezes one. They haven't been.
Oh no, Fed 2 would
behind
still
either.
be
Yeah,
ongoing.
it's still
Yeah.
rolling. Plus all the other stuff. I mean, we still have
Oh, we've
other
got the hearing,
cases.
the sanctions hearing in the middle of April for thumbnail.
I love this. I
And
love the fact for Jeremy. Hey, congrats to Jeremy Hales though, because again, no matter what happened on the day, like Bruce was, I mean, he tried to destroy Jeremy Hale's life. You know, he walked in and really, I mean, he started a fire.
yeah, and I mean, Jeremy, this is a big day for him. Very big
Yeah.
day. Very big day. No doubt about it. Dwayne Rapp, thanks for the 2. Yeah. Cynthia
Yeah.
Holner, thanks for the 2. Thanks for the 2. I appreciate it. Heather Cockane, thanks for the $5 super sticker. Adair K, thanks for the $10 super sticker. SF, thanks for the 2. Shortest thing BBB has ever filed. That's true.
It's true. It's amazing. You know it's going bad for him when he's filing stuff that's like 2 sentences.
That's true. It's true. PDW, thanks for the $1. MSPJ, thanks for the 2. Do we know if LP and JC know BBB resigned? We don't know. No, we
know.
don't. No, I mean, I'm not in contact with them. I have no idea if they know. I'm assuming they do because he said they did. But then again, he says a lot of things and not all of them are true. Joan Sclafani, thanks for the $5 super sticker. Appreciate you. Dr. Reed 0507, thanks for the 20. Love you guys. Here's some money for your daughter. Thanks. That reimbursed about half of her gas money. I appreciate that. Rozilla's Realm, thanks for the 2. Thanks, Megan. You're welcome. Kevin Hitchcock became a YouTube member, and guess what? I don't have a headache. We can play the button. Welcome to the Fox Den. Tug has been spared. Louis Duran, thanks for the 2, just for the song. Lisa Ann, thanks for the Canadian $7. This is not good for this case or the defamatory intent. Yeah. No, it's not. Chris Rowland, happy National Circus Day. What are the odds? For Bruce, by the way, it's also National Burrito Day too. It's actually, I know that Chris Rowland, he's hashtag one of my homos, by the way. He pays attention to these national days and he's always posting them and I love reading them, by the way.
So is it national?
It really is National Circus Day.
Oh, that's good. I'm gonna post that.
If he says that, if he says it, it's true because Chris does this every day. He posts the national days every day just to have something positive on Twitter. And I really appreciate it, by the way, Chris. I think it's a really good contribution to everyone's good mood. And this is hilarious. What are the chances that today is National Circus Day? Wow.
If you hear a lawnmower, you can hear that.
I do hear it. I do hear
Yeah.
it. That's okay. Mama, thanks for the $5. I appreciate you. And Helma, thanks for the 2. Tons of questions. Sean Poe, member for 7 months. Can you say dubious? Yeah. Michael Seaman, thanks for the 2. Can deny because BBB didn't confer with Randy. LOL. Philip Kraft, member for 2 months. Make sure to love, share. Navy vet for the broken, thanks for the 10. I knew he was scared of showing up to take responsibility. Yeah, well, it takes a lot of guts to show up but that's your job. If you get called in front of a judge for a show cause or for a sanctions hearing, you have no choice. You have to go. Randy showed up and he made his case. So, and we'll see what the judge orders. We'll see if the judge agreed or disagreed, or we don't know, but we'll see. Rhett Gardner, thanks for the 2. This can go against them in the other case. Jackie Webb in Scotland, thanks for the 2. Breadstick money from Scotland. Awesome. All the way from Scotland. I love men in kilts, by the way. So hot. Wender Bender, Wendy Bondo, thanks for the 5. All I can say is LOL, let's fucking go. Uncle Frederick, thanks for the sexy money or the whatever it is. Go, go, go. Nice. Cat Buchanan, thanks for the 2. He's facing disbarment and he's in trouble in Connecticut too. Yep. Celine von Furstenberg, thanks for the 5. New swear word for hangry, don't pull a Bruce on me. First, Bunsen Rockstone, member for 4 months. Still no rage quit letter? LOL. Audrey Little, thanks for the $1. I appreciate you. I have my favorites. Thanks for the 99-cent super sticker. I appreciate you. And Monica Kellett, thanks for the 2. Just can't believe he is so sad that he quit being a lawyer. Tammy RM, thanks for the 2. Inside the court now must be interesting. It was a really long hearing. I was shocked by how long it went. Sweet Fly on the Wall, thanks for the 2. Go, go, go.
Yeah, that was really crazy to find out it had gone over 45 minutes. That's wild.
It is.
I was thinking, maybe 10 minutes of party and, at most a 30-minute hearing.
At most, yeah. I didn't think it was going to go past 15, 20. Mercedes-Benz, thanks for the Canadian 2. I appreciate that. Pam Grillo, thanks for the 2. May BBB rest in peace. Not Elizabeth Palmer, thanks for the $5 super sticker. Ro Mayhew, thanks for the 2. Flocking crazy. I have my favorites. Tammy's cause, thanks for the 2. The breadsticks must taste good today. They do taste particularly good. Rhea Norman, thanks for the 5 pounds. I've been sat at my computer chopping veggies and tea watching this. Now I'm cutting up pork fillet, multitasking. Speaking of, I got to figure out something to do for dinner. Holly Dunn, thanks for the 10. I appreciate you. Alex Hooley, thanks for the 2. Chef Fest Grandma, thanks for the 5. Thanks for covering this case. I love all the laughs. Well, you're welcome. Wrangler Girl, thanks for the 2. Andre, your favorite French Canadian, thanks for the Canadian 2. Oof. I find Megan gorgeous. Oops, I'm gay. LOL. Well, here's an interesting fact. Gay guys love me. Always have, always will. Hashtag my homos. I used to sing in gay bars, and man, those dudes were the best. And by the way, ladies, if you're ever looking for a safe date, find yourself a gay man who wants to take a pretty lady out on the town some night, because you're not in any danger of any problems. And they're usually really good company. That's all I have to say about that. I have my favorites. Tammy Cuz, thanks for the 2. Use that Speed Queen to wash out all that BS. Nice. Yeah, the Speed Queen is working out great, by the way. I've run out of things to wash. And I'm very upset about it. I'm very much looking forward to more dirty clothes. Tim Swope, thanks for the 5. Appreciate you. Leah Tia, thanks for the 2. Go, go, go. Maria P, thanks for the 2. This case is nuts, but love the results. Janice Wingfield, thanks for the 10. Wow, just wow. Talk about self-harm to his limited career. Yeah, it was self-inflicted harm for sure. And many of us said, you need to stop. Please be better. Please don't do this. Please behave like a lawyer. And this guy just wouldn't. Suzette Lewis, thanks for the $20 super sticker. Appreciate you. John Stuber, thanks for the 2. My lawyer quit. My lawyer didn't quit. SF, thanks for the 2. Megan, you're on the wrong side of the screen. Well, I know. I explained that earlier. Fallen Hero 4567, thanks for the 5. Sayonara, BBB. Yep. But he's not out of it yet. The judge says he's not letting him out. Andre, your favorite French Canadian, thanks for the Canadian 2. BBB is not the sharpest knife in the drawer. Max Lab, thanks for the 2. Megan, add Bruce to the wall. Oh my God, I totally forgot. Okay, well, we're going to wait for the order before we add him to the wall. If he loses his pro hoc vice status, he goes on the wall. If he actually gets accepted to withdraw from the case, he definitely goes on the wall. But we're going to have to wait and see what the order actually says. Polly Bailey, thanks for the 2. Ridiculous. And he will. Slug Entertainment, thanks for the 2. This pit bull is back with a new owner. That's funny. John Stuber, thanks for the 10. I was hoping BBB would show up with Crooks Walker and bandage wrapped up to his crotch. Oh, that's funny. Oh, my goodness. Just J-Hip, thanks for the 5. We shared the story of Volmit and exposed his stupid. Who's an astrotrooper now? Love you, Megan. Vengeance. Naughty Pirate, thanks for the 2. Knock, knock. Who's there? Federal marshals. Yvonne Chavez, thanks for the 5. Put him on your wall of shame. Definitely will be headed in that direction. Tracy Wilden, thanks for the 20. BBB is just a joke. Can't help but laugh at his behavior. Juanita Bab, thanks for the $2. I appreciate that. Mike Richard, thanks for the 2. David Woodman Z, thanks for the 5. This song is begging to be the opening song for Act 2 of a Broadway show. Well, lucky for you, it's part of my musical, Bruce the Musical, that I am in the process of writing. So it will be in my YouTube Broadway show for sure. For sure. Kathy D, thanks for the 10. Great song. Lorraine Lamour, thanks for the 2. Turning Hale's Evidence, copyright 2025. Lorraine Lamour. By the way, Shizzy Wiznut has dropped a new video today. It's a new letter. And I encourage all of you to go and watch it after this. And if nobody goes live that was in court before we're ready to leave here, I will redirect you over to that. I think I can anyway. If I can, I will. But I have not, let me see if I can actually. I should be able to. Oh, nothing's coming up. All right. Well, I will drop the link though for you guys to go and watch that. He said we could play it, but I don't want to take his views away from him. I want you guys to go over there and click on his video and give him the.
I figure I'll play it like in a day or so, you know. I mean,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
weekend's
yeah.
gonna be wild. All this stuff's gonna be filtering in.
Exactly.
Oh my
And
God.
like I just don't want to take away his views today. He just dropped it like at around 2:30. So
Hey, I'm gonna drop out for a minute. I'll be back.
Sure.
All right.
Sure. Okay. Let's see. Where are we at? Nancy Johns, thanks for the $5 super sticker. I appreciate you. Mama Lori, member for 5 months. The song reminds me of Antonio Banderas singing Phantom of the Opera. Bravo. Yes, that was what I was going for. Hold on. Okay. Shirley Gold, thanks for the Canadian 5. My family has a lot of lawyers and they are laughing their butts off. Fantastic. Adair K, member for 5 months. I was in a hurry and just pick a super sticker. It may be goofy. Well, thanks for the super sticker. I saw them going by live and they were all really fun. David Woodman Z, thanks for the 5. I'm picturing Murray Head from Chess, One Night in Bangkok, and Jesus Christ Superstar, and of his Judas song singing this. It's a great song. It's a great song. I love it. Andre, your favorite French Canadian, thanks for the 2. Have some French Canadian swear words for you. Well, what are they? You didn't give me any. Frenchie's mom, GB, thanks to the 6. The Mercedes officially became a bike if she's lucky. Oh boy. Stark's in trouble, man. Buck Naked, thanks for the 2. Waiting for Elemental P yelling, we didn't fire him. Oh my God, that would be funny. All right, Larry is going to take a nap. He is not going to be going live, so we will talk to him tonight on the 8 o'clock show on Tug's channel. So make sure that you set a reminder for 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 7 o'clock p.m. Central, that you will be there for tonight because Larry will be there. Let me see if he's gonna. Is he going to do a video or anything on his channel before 8 with Tug? Okay, I will let you know if there's another update there, and we will see if I wonder if Jeremy's going to go live. Okay, Janice Wingfield, thanks for the 10. Can't wait to hear how the haters spin this. Newsflash, there's no way they can. Deuce Foreskin ambulance chaser can't chase ambulances anymore. His wife will need 5 jobs now. You guys are so funny. Your mom, 5977, member for 3 months. Awesome song and video. Sorry for the cheap super chat, but I am a proud Fox Den member. Love ya, Megan and Tug. Let's see, 7 p.m. your time. Central is so weird. Okay. I'm a proud Fox Den member. Love you, Megan and Tug. We love you too. Thank you so much for your support. We appreciate that. Green Veggie Beast, thanks for the 5. That song was awesome. It was. Digistorm, thanks for the 2. Megan, you get a Grammy. I love the song. That Japanese Akuza 1, thanks for the 5 gifted memberships. Welcome to the Fox Den, all of you. It is weird in here, but you will get used to it. And if you don't, make sure you send me a Rage Quitty email that's funny that I can read and laugh at, because, you know, I love laughing at that stuff. Those are my favorite things. Patrick, I love hate mail, you know. Patrick W., member for 6 months. How long until LP or JC breaks privilege? They won't even realize they did it. Well, that's true. That's true. Very true. All right. Alex Hooley, thanks for the $2 super sticker. Appreciate you. Razilla's Realm, thanks for the 2. It made my video look like a love song. Thanks. Grieg of Scotland, thanks for the 5. Is that Grieg or Greg? I wonder. Hi, Megan and Tug street party at Tubetown tonight. That would be funny. There should be like a rave there. That would be hysterical. David Crawford, thanks for the 40. That was really cool. I like that. Great video. Well, thank you. I liked it too. Rick Reed, thanks for the 2. I appreciate you. David Woodman C, thanks for the 5. Is this his get out of sanctions free card? Well, he thinks it is, but no way. No way. The judge said during the hearing that he is going to file an order for sanctions. And he said it was going to be lengthy where it applied to Mr. Manskin. That's all I know. That's all I know. Okay, I just heard from Jeremy. He's going to go, he's going to have his regular video at 5:30. That is 1.5 hours. Wait, is that 5:30 his time in Ohio? Like what? I don't know what time zone that is. So his normal video time, he will have one out. So I will be giving you, when we're finished with Super Chats, I will be giving you a link to Shizzy's new letter, so you can go and see his letter that he wrote after all of the craziness today. David Winmanzi, oh, we already read that. Jack's mom, member for 3 months. Thanks for being a member. He posted that for members only. Who did? Oh, the floppy fish video? Yeah, he told us that we could play it. He did give us permission. Just J-Hip, thanks for the 5. I just invited Volmit via email to do an interview on my members only stream. That way Bruce will see it for sure. If you missed it, Bruce got a free membership to Just J-Hip's channel. So, you know, if he does get sanctioned, he always has that free membership to lean back on, you know? It's good content. And he'll have that for free. And that's wonderful. Wonderful. Donna Miano, thanks for the 2. Could BBB be the mole? I doubt it. Sergeant Mom 2, thanks for the 10. I don't believe for a nanosecond. He said many things in the past that have proven untrue. I think it's his latest attempt to get out of trouble. Wizzy Wheels, thanks for the 5. You can't fix stupid. They're all as bad as each other. They thought Jeremy would be an easy way to make money. Oh, yeah. He believed. Bruce believed. I believe he believed that he would settle, that this was a quick settlement. I mean, Lynette said that publicly in those, you know, she said that in those group chats and stuff. Donna Miano, thanks for the 2. I mean, the one who turned. The one who turned. Oh, well, we don't know who that is yet, but we have ideas. Tie Sticks, member for 3 months. Lisa couldn't pass Voider to argue a traffic ticket. Voider? What's Voider? Rosalind Duke, thanks for the 10. Where's the $4,200, Bruce? Where is the $4,200? It's a question for Lynette to ask him. And if he hasn't paid off those legal bills that she will owe, if he didn't pay the bill, then she has more reason to go after him for it. Ren Pet Bath and Beauty, thanks for the 5. With LP and JC firing BBB, Randy can refile for the RICO. I don't know. And I don't know if that would be strategic, but doesn't the new lawsuit cover that? I don't know. I'm tired. Tammy RM, thanks for the 2. BBB will be working behind the scenes, they said. Who said? Who said that? If someone said that publicly, we need that clip, because he can't do that. Wizzy Wheels, thanks for the 10. I am, for one, happy you guys covered this case. If you didn't, I wouldn't have found Megan's and Tug's channels. Yeah, and also if we didn't, no one would know about this insane case. This is crazy. Pandora 369, thanks for the 2. Is summary judgment possible in favor of Jeremy? Yes, it's always possible. But I do know there has to be certain thresholds met in the discovery, and I don't think we're there yet. I don't know. That's a Larry question. So save that for tonight. We'll ask that tonight when we have Larry. Susan Stenzel, thanks for the 2. Breadstick Monies and Wizzy Wheels, thanks for the 5. The whole ecosystem thought they could control Lynette and Crook. Timothy NH, thanks for the 2. No, only 53 minutes. It was 1 p.m. Central Time. Well, it was around an hour. Let's put it that way, because we don't know what time they actually left the courtroom, and then it takes a while to get out of the courthouse. And so by the time anybody was able to contact me, it could have been several minutes. But yeah, you're right. Tie Sticks, thanks for the 2. Maybe set up voicemail box and play the messages. I do have a voicemail box on that Google Voice, and I can do that. And so maybe we'll do that. If there are some in there, I can do that at a different time. Bugs Place, member for 9 months. Maybe Bubbles did this so he can get out of the case. It would have been a smart move on his part, but he's not that smart. No, that would not be a smart move to piss off a judge to get out of a case. You can get out of a case a lot easier than that. You can get out of a case professionally. You do not have to destroy your career and throw your reputation in the toilet to get out of a case. No, bad idea. Real bad idea. He should, if that's what he did, that's one of the dumber things that he could have done. Member for 7 months. Not that you're dumb for suggesting it, but lawyers should not do that. Taz, a member for 7 months. Thanks for being a member. I just want to thank you and Tug for staying and supporting Jeremy throughout his ordeal. Hoping it ends soon. Yeah, me too. K-Matt Red Queen, thanks for the 5. Could not Stark be on the hook as Lynette's attorney as he sponsored Bruce? I don't know if he actually did sponsor Bruce. He didn't need to. So, the only court he would have needed a sponsorship in would have been state court. But Bruce is licensed in federal court. He didn't need a local attorney to sponsor him. He only had to get the judge's permission. So there is no sponsorship, and he was working behind the scenes with Stark. He was not on the record in that case, and so he didn't get a sponsorship. Timothy NH, thanks for the 5. The court is in Central Time, not Eastern Time. Correct. Jen Sissons, thanks for the 2. Is BBB lying about LP firing him? We don't know. I would doubt that, though. She must know, she must have approved it. Naughty Pirate, thanks for the 2. Is it time to put Bruce on the wall of shame? We are close. We are very close. And I promise you, when we do get to put him on the wall of shame, we will do something special that night. We will have a special celebration because this has been a year in the making. And I've been through a lot of harassment. I've been through a lot of really bad behavior from him and the people around him. And I will feel like dancing on that grave for a while. So we may have maybe we'll have a What the Hell's trivia stream. It might be fun. We'll do a celebration stream. I never did do a 50,000 subscriber celebration. So maybe we'll combine the two and it'll be fun. It will definitely be an event. LRG, thanks for the 5. If judge talks to Randy without a defense counsel present, is that considered ex parte? Nope. So this hearing was noticed. The defendant's counsel was told to appear. His motion to not appear was denied. He did not appear. He's in contempt of court. The judge told him the hearing was going forward, and it went forward. That is not ex parte. Rogue Mama, thanks for the 2. Google says judge can prevent firing, but it's rare. Can prevent firing? Can prevent firing. Firing of who? I think I'm misunderstanding who would be the person being fired. What does this do for Darth Touch and Paint Chips? What has any of this done for them other than to expose them for being frauds? Before this happened, I was on that unwatchable show one time. I didn't know who Paint Chips was. I don't do background checks on people who invite me on podcasts. And I would have gone blissfully on with my life without ever knowing what his background was. And I think now he's What it has done for them is to expose them both for being what they are, hacks, and an ex-felon. I mean, what else have they gotten out of this? Oh, $1,700. Whoop-de-doo. Darlene Mann, was it worth it? Was it worth now everyone knowing who you really are? Darlene Mann, thanks for the Canadian 5. I mean, before this, nobody knew Darth Touch was a serial toucher of victims in family court. Nobody knew that. Nobody knew that he was a serial, scumbag coming onto women who were emotionally fragile. Nobody knew he had knocked up a source, but they do now. And boy, did he make a bad calculation, because, I didn't have any reason to be like, oh, guess what I heard? Because I don't gossip about my friends. But if you're going to do this kind of unbelievably horrible shit to me, like post my text messages, repost revenge, digitally altered images of me, yeah, you bet your ass I'm going to tell people what I know. Just for future reference, those of you who are my friends and in my life, I have boundaries. I have lines. Fuck around. Find out. Darlene Mann, thanks for the Canadian 5. This whole ecosystem, including John Crook, were praising BBB just yesterday. Seems really unlikely they'd flip that quick. Jack's mom, thanks for the 2. Will BBB use the $4K to hire himself a real lawyer? Oof. He should use it to pay the legal bill. He raised it to pay the deposition fee. And if he doesn't, isn't that fraud? Les Wag, thanks for the 5. I've watched sob sit cases where counsel was fired and judge said no, as the defendant didn't have enough law knowledge. Oh, I see what you're saying. So now I understand what the last one was. Couldn't the judge prevent him from being fired? I think so. Yeah, right. Because the judge did that in the Sarah Boone case too, I believe. The judge prevented her from firing at least one of those. She went through 7 or 8 lawyers. But eventually they let her do it herself. They try to stop them from making that terrible, catastrophic mistake of going pro se. But yeah. Yeah, I think it is possible. Trina 9852, thanks to the 2. Bruce didn't show up. Nope. No, he signaled the giant middle finger to the federal magistrate. It was a choice. Kind of love it for him. It was not one that I recommended, but it was one that he took. Starchasm FF, thanks for the 10. Lynette tries to hire Dickie Richard paint chips. That's why he's going to Otter Creek with the film crew. He doesn't have a film crew. What film crew? His mother? What film crew? He doesn't have a film crew. He owes the state like $500,000 in reparations that he hasn't paid. This guy does not have a film crew. He's just lying. Okay? He's lying. Max, who's he going to hire? Dickie or Licky or Mickey or whatever his name is? He's going to hire that guy. He also has no budget to go anywhere. So we'll see. Max Lab, thanks for the 2. Megan, check your email. I think I've already got that one. All About the Shade, thanks for the 2. Do you think Judge had a BBB zoom in? No, I do not. No, he said no to Zoom, and it was checked on that form. No Zoom. Zoom was not an option. The judge said you will be in front of me personally, and he even checked the airfare and said you can get here, and I expect you to be here. He didn't show. Liquid Mama, member for a month. Last night, the Fleas implied he plans to drop out of this case and continue lawyering from the shadows. He seems to think he'll find another Stark. Again, this is a choice I would not recommend. Somebody clip that. He will get caught. And that is not allowed. It is not legal. He cannot do it. Mary K, thanks for the 2. Deuce Con 10 for the second lawsuit. Juliet, thanks for the 10. I love seeing you both happy. Me too. Well, it's our general disposition is happy. Even in these crazy times, we generally like to laugh. We love to laugh. I love that song from Mary Poppins. I love to laugh. That one. loud and something, loud and long and something. I don't know. I love that song though, because it describes me a lot. SF, thanks for the 2. Doesn't Fed court require you to have an attorney? No courts require you to have an attorney. You have a constitutional right to defend yourself, should you want to. Should you be dumb enough to try, you can. Very few people, only like genius savant type people can do it. Like, I know we've all seen Good Will Hunting, and they show that he's gotten himself out of multiple scrapes with the law by quoting common law from 18 something, and that's very rare. It can happen, and it does happen occasionally, but very, very rare. And I wouldn't try it unless I had an IQ of 200 and had read every federal rule of civil procedure there is and memorized it. Nana Misty, thanks for the 5. Will this now give way for the judge to combine Fed 1 and 2 since Bumbling Bubblebutt is no longer a lawyer in Fed 1? I've always thought that they would be combined whether or not he was the lawyer, because they are so closely related. I don't think it could have been avoided, but now we won't know. But yes, I think they will be combined. Bob Kirkman, thanks for the 5. So how will the fleas spin this? Well, you can imagine they will spin it to be positive for Burrs somehow. Chappie 5, thanks for the 5. Deuce must have been pollywopped upside the head as a kid. That's funny. Keith Peavy House, thanks for the 5. Please tell me someone can stake out and video BBB's house if he gets an arrest warrant. No, but if there is an arrest, there would be body cam footage or dash cam footage and a police report that's foiable in public. So that could be gotten. Sure. Helen Stackhouse, thanks for the 5. BBB could have had LP write in to say they fired him. I don't know. We'll just have to see. SB number 99, thanks for the 2. Magistrate judges cannot issue summary judgments. Right. The district judge would have to do it, I believe. The district judge. But see, this is the thing about the magistrate and the consent to a magistrate is that you consent to the magistrate, but you're under the authority of his boss, the district judge. So just like he can't hold Bruce in contempt from afar, he can refer him to the district judge who can order a bench warrant right now if he wants to, which means that the district judge can also issue a summary judgment, I would think. So we'll see. I like I said, we'll have to see. This is complicated. John Baker, thanks for the 5. Anti-Hales don't know silicone from bubblegum. Liquid Mama, thanks for the 5. I heard BBB tell the fleas once that he will drop out of the Connecticut or court to avoid a strike on his record. Oh yeah, drop off the Connecticut bar. I know, I heard him say that. This is part of his pattern. Cue the snake chorus. Well, you got it. Lily Smith, thanks for the 2. Chat says the judge filed something on Pacer. It was the thing we looked at. TX Kimmy, thanks for the 2. Been at appointment. Has anyone checked the fleas YouTube numbers? No, I don't care. I'm absolutely not interested. Just one person's opinion. Thanks for the 10. I thought you were David Spade from Saturday Night Live. I was waiting for you to say thanks for calling. Bye-bye. Thanks for calling. Bye-bye. LOL. Candace, thanks for the 5. Tug, just heard a bench warrant ordered. I haven't verified going to Pacer now. I don't think so. I have not seen that. And the bench warrant would have to come from the district judge. And I would imagine it would take a longer period of time than 2 hours after the hearing, but I could be wrong. But no, I don't see anything in my email that would suggest it. Jack's mom, thanks to the 5. Last night, Felisa said BBB had to hire security to come with him last time. I cracked up. I heard that too. I was listening. I heard it too. I went back. I put it on 2 times speed so I could get through it. And I did hear that. And I laughed. That was funny. He doesn't need what does he need security for? Ain't nobody going to do anything to him except take a picture and laugh. Maybe. I mean, like, calm down. Calm down. He's not the one who has an ex-felon threatening him that he should sleep with a pew-pew under his pillow, is he? Yeah, that would be this girl right here. And Tug and Jeremy. He's not the one with the threats of mob action. That would be us, Jeremy. Like, come on. Give me a break. Show me the threats, Bruce, where you're in trouble, where people are threatening you. April Kies, thanks for the 5. Elemental P and JC already tried to get an appointed attorney in the very beginning. I remember that. And they were turned down because it's civil, not criminal. That is correct. Rhett Gardner, thanks for the 2. Check private chat, Tug. Oh, thank you guys for sending that. I appreciate that. I was trying to get his attention. So thank you, Kyra Lee and Ty Sticks, and Rhett Gardner. Ty Sticks, thanks for the 2. Ohio could still find in contempt of her authority. Oh yeah, Ohio. I forgot about that. Ohio is still going. Linda Stone, thanks for the 5. Do you think Bruce has withdrawn thinking it would get him out of trouble? Rather than being fired. Has anyone seen proof he was fired? We have not. Just his word. We have to take his word for it. And yes, I think he thinks that it will get him out of trouble, but it won't. L. Lou, member for 7 months. Oh, the drama. I'm here for it. So entertaining. Rob Pate, thanks to the 10. Megan Shizzy, along with Yamaha, reading his letters too. Mr. Coop with Georgie. Radisson Roslin should all go on a singer-songwriter road tour with Hales and his guitar after this is over. Maybe we can put on my musical. Wouldn't that be fun? I would love that. We can do an off-Broadway production of Bruce the Musical. Joyce Burnt, thanks for the 5. Idiot Bruce has been trying to get off this case. Judge said no. I really don't know what I think about that. I really don't think he wanted off this case. He talked a real big game about staying on no matter what. I don't believe he wanted off. You know what I'm going to tell you? Tell you right now that Randy Shockett deserves all the credit in the world for this. It was Randy's motion for sanctions that started the scramble. It started the scramble. He knew he was in trouble. Then that order came in telling him to show up in Florida. And that's when the panic set in. This is great lawyering by Randy Shockett is what we saw here. Randy Shockett played chess and he won big. He wrecked this fool. I mean, everybody needs to give Randy Shockett a big round of applause because that was some impressive lawyering right there. That motion for sanctions, we may have to read through it again because it was epic. It put this whole ball into motion, this giant stone ball like an Indiana Jones that's chasing Bruce Matskin down. That's thanks to Randy and his lawyering. So thank Randy for that. That should give Randy, if you're in Florida and you've got a difficult case, you might want to consider calling Shockett Law Group, because with his law team, his legal team, with we know Doreen Inkley's and her amazing writing skills, she's already gotten one judge removed from a case over with a writ of prohibition that was a brilliant piece of writing. Brilliant. And they never give up. I'll tell you something about Shockett Law Group that I have noticed after watching them for a year and reading their motions. These people never give up. Would I hire Randy? Absolutely. Oh my God. 100%. 100%. And if Bruce sues me, probably going to hire Randy. I'm just saying it right now. Randy Shockett has done an amazing job. Good for Randy. This is incredible. Incredible work. Joyce Burnt, thanks for the 5. I think I just read that, but thank you again. Rickles64, thanks for the 2. How dare you practice good journalism? I know it's a problem. Faith Ann, thanks for the $1. I appreciate you. Granny Peggy, thanks for the 5. 2 Fleas chat saying the judge and Jeremy are in cahoots with each other. Are they kidding? That's crazy. That's insane. And look, I have not been a huge fan of this judge. I think he's made some mistakes, and I can't wait to hear how it really went today. I want all the details. And I may not agree with what he orders. I don't know. I've been like on and off with him, but I would never accuse him of being in bed with Lynette Preston and Bruce Matskin, nor would I say that he was in bed with Randy and Jeremy. That's crazy. Do you know how serious an offense it is to, are they suggesting there was some kind of payoff of a judge? Is that a joke? What are you smoking over there? that's something that, even in Judge DeThomas's case, we actually did find out he was in cahoots with her, because he had 3 ex parte hearings with her without the defendant there, and he shouldn't have done that. He should not have done that. It was before Jeremy was even served, and he was giving her legal advice. So in that context, he was in cahoots with her. But was he paid off? No, I would never have suggested that. But he was swayed. He was persuaded by her to be biased against Jeremy. I actually think this judge, Judge Blytho, has been persuaded to be a little biased against Randy through filings that Bruce made that were taken out of context. That's not in cahoots. That's a misunderstanding, or a judge misreading something, or a judge getting the wrong impression. That's not cahoots. It's cahoots. What are they talking about? This is why there's no point in watching these channels unless you're there to laugh, because you're going to be misinformed about everything. This is crazy talk. That's crazy talk. That's crazy pants. You need a 24-hour hold in a mental ward kind of talk. That is conspiracy theory beyond this.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay.
That's worse than an Alex Jones conspiracy, okay? Tammy, here's another one. It's worse than this.
Oh, I'll see you at the feast tonight. Oh, we'll have lots of blood and semen. Oh, good.
And that one was real. That's actually a true conspiracy. I mean, my God, a judge, a federal judge on the take? What, are you kidding? This is not a Serpico movie. This is not a mobster movie. Lady Tammy, thanks for the 5. J, H, and LF probably started filming as soon as they got out of court and then had lunch. She may not go live till after the video release at 5:30. Yeah, I don't know. We'll wait and see. We know that he's having his regular maybe a video or maybe a live at 5:30. Leah Tia, thanks for the 2. Shizzy Wiznut has a new open letter. That's correct. And I'm going to drop the link for you when we're finished with the super chats. Daphne Pride, thanks for the 2. Chat said Lynette didn't know she fired him. Which chat? You mean the fleas chat? You know, you can't believe anything that's flying around on the chat. You just can't. Because, you know, things get misinterpreted. Hold on, I need to send a text. All right. I would wait until you believe any of that. Hold on. Who's in here? Close my door, buddy. No, right now. Close the door because I can't hear. Thank you. And make sure you close that door too, okay? Okay. Thanks, babe. That was some good camera skills I got turning that off real quick. He's not used to me streaming at this time of day now, so he just comes roaring in here. And I got to go soon because I got to get him snacks and stuff. Oh, wait. You're saying Lynette said she didn't fire him? Well, that's what his motion said. Someone will have to send me a screenshot of that if that's what she's saying. I got to hurry up. Faith Ann, thanks for the 2. I was in the courtroom today. It was interesting. Really? Really? Right, hold on. He's going to walk by again. You good? Yeah. Did you wash your hands? Dude, wash your hands. Thank you. Faith Ann, being in the courtroom must have been amazing. I am so jealous. And I'm dying to hear more of what you saw, actually. But I don't have time to ask you to call in. Wendy Seeley, thanks for the 2. I appreciate you. Okay. All right. So confirm Jeremy's going to go live at 5:30. All right. Kate C. A.K. Snake Plush Kitten. Love your name. Thanks for the 5. Where's Perry Mason when we need him? We don't need Perry Mason. We have Randy Shockett, and man, he's done an amazing job. He needs, seriously, a big pat on the back. Here's a guy, by the way, Randy Shockett, he's not in public. He doesn't sit on live streams. He's not open for interviews. He hasn't said a word since way back when Larry did the one video with him during the DeThomas's thing. Remember that? That was like the one time we got to see him on camera. He has said nothing publicly. And he's put up with so much abuse from this other side, so much abuse and attempts to smear him and his reputation. And who needs Perry Mason when you have Randy Shockett? He did an amazing job, a professional job, and I kudos, man. Sassy Mama C, thanks for the 5. Is it not suspicious how 2 L's, BBB, and Ecosystem keep using Lynette for grifting, but have her blocked? They're all using her. Well, grifters are going to grift. And conning cons is one of the greatest things I've ever seen. I mean, I'm sorry, but she has it coming. You know, she's karma. You reap what you sow. Mistrust Loon, thanks to the 5. This is really from last night to remind Hangry that if Oh Fudge was good enough for A Christmas Story, then it's good enough for him. LOL. Did you hear that, Hangry? Oh Fudge. Oh, nice hair. Did you just comb your hair? Yeah. Oh, that looks so handsome. Look at you, wetting your hair down and slicking it back. You look like Elvis. Let me see. So handsome. Look at the Chad face. Aw, you're so cute. So handsome. I make cute kids. I wish I could show them to you. I really do. But safety first. But God, they're cute. He looks just like me, but the male version. I love it so much, which also then translates to my first cousin AJ, who also looked just like me. We looked just alike. Look at you with your chin dimple. You're so cute. Love you. You're so cute. What are you doing? You're just like styling in the mirror? What are you doing in there? Checking yourself out? Combing your hair? I like the hygiene. Good job, buddy. He's so cute. Naughty Pirate, thanks for the 5. Mayan, was it you who gave Bruce the idea of going pro hack? Did you mean me? It wasn't me. It was somebody else. Darkside Harley Girl, thanks to the 5. We need 60s style song, BBB and the Polyflops. Ooh, that is a good idea. Maybe we could call it Polyfloppin'. Sticky Widget, member for 6 months. I'll be the under the sink, maybe. Sticky Widget, I'll be sending my newest rage quit letter soon. It will be epic. Oh, I can't wait. Looking forward to it. Candace, thanks to the 5. So far, bench warrant, just gossip, not in pacer. Correct. Greg of Scotland, thanks to the 5. You may love us Scottish men in kilts. We bloody hate it. Get too much. Really? I'm super. Why would you hate it? Too much attention? But look, I don't get it. Wizzy Wheels, thanks for the 5. There are very few people who can step up and take responsibility for what they do nowadays. Now I sound like my mom. Well, we all sound like our mothers eventually. Rozilla's Realm, thanks for the 2. I still like Lacey and the 911 as a Lacey and the 911s as a name. That's funny. Torin 3, thanks to the 5. Mystery health issues suck. 2 MRIs, no answer yet. I will email you braid patterns and color combos soon. Thanks, Torin. I'm sorry to hear that. That's really awful. And I know how it feels. Rhea Norman, thanks for the 2. Curse word for hangry. Oh, Humphrey Bogart. I like that. That's funny. Jack's mom, thanks for the 5. Doesn't cops arresting BBB at home traumatize the kids worse than going on a business trip for a couple days? Well, yeah. Well, yes, absolutely. Shifter Brains, thanks to the 5. Megan, I honestly thought today was your birthday. No, it's the 15th. Tax day. Remember? Tax day. Tanya K. Judd, thanks for the 2. BBB, bye, bye, bye. Bye, 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 bye. Yes. James Cole, thanks to the $5 super sticker. Appreciate you. Edmund Brown, thanks for the 2. Judges should file boilerplate orders for BBB. Flippin' Adventures. Hey, good to see you. Thanks for the 10. Interesting. He attempted to quit or got fired before the magistrate could take away his pro hoc biche. Ironically, similar to the trash taking itself out. Gets crazier every day. Can't make this stuff up. Yeah, you couldn't write this as a soap opera. Like, no one would believe this. Allie S., thanks for the 2. BBB, bye-bye bubbles. Would you knock it off? All right, quit posing. Hurry up, finish what you're doing, and head on out and close the door. Okay? Okay. And I'll be down to get you a snack momentarily. Clark Stark, thanks for the 2. Appreciate you. Ty Sticks, thanks for the 2. Potential title can't clean up this mezkin. Max Lab, thanks for the 2. Larry posted a video. Shut the front door. He did? All right, hold on. Hold on. I'm going to direct you guys over to that then. If I can. Hold on. Videos. No, not about this. Was it a short? It's not about this. It's about something else. It's a different subject. So we're still going over to Shizzy's letter. He has those, pre-scheduled for his channel. Like he pre-records and then drops them. Jackie Hampson, thanks for the 2. Appreciate you. Black Bear, thanks for the 2. Tug, my son passed on Sunday. Tug could calm words. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Black Bear, that I'm not Tug and that this happened. I don't even know what to say to that. Black Bear. Having dealt with my own loss recently of a friend, I can't even imagine how much more that's magnified when it's your own son. And my prayers are with you. And I'm so sorry. And I hope that your memories will keep him alive with you forever. Clark Stark, thanks for the 2. Did the Fleas purge their YouTube page? They did a while ago. They purged a ton of stuff. I don't know what it's like today, and I really don't feel like looking. Cynthia Irvin, thanks for the $99 super sticker. Hang on one second. All right. Thanks for the super sticker, Cynthia. Appreciate you. Chris Henry, thanks for the 5. Honestly, do you think BBB asked LMNOP to fire him to make it look better? I couldn't tell you. I couldn't guess at the crazy direction that this case has gone. I couldn't. No clue. Angelo O'Dath, thanks for the whatever kind of money this is. I appreciate it. Oh, Indian. It's Indian. Watching from India, 1:30 a.m. Regularly watch you and Tug. Thanks for the coverage. Love you guys. Here are some square bullet points for you. Angelo, I love India. I love the culture of India. I love the colors and the Bollywood and the dancing and the music. Oh, God, I love it so much. And it must be really fun. It seems fun. It seems like a fun culture. It seems like a happy culture. There's so many things about Indian culture that are so happy and positive and carefree. And I love that about you guys. So stay that way. Stay colorful, man. That place is cool. And I would like to go there someday. Noreen Me Too's, thanks for the 5. BBB threw crap at walls, hoping it would stick, yet it fell on him instead. We said that was going to happen. We did. Sheila 1252, you're welcome to the Fox Den. You are a new member. You will get used to it. There's weird animal noises, but we usually have snacks and stuff, so that's always good. Heather Cockane, thanks for the becoming a YouTube member. You welcome to the Fox Den too. It's weird here, but we laugh a lot. Liz Bird, thanks for the 10. A while back, BM filed the Gainesville to Gainesville looking for representation in Gainesville. That's when they said BM would be doing background, not a recent comment. He would be doing background. Oh, right. Right. But if he gets thrown off this case or he leaves this case voluntarily or fired, he can't come back and work it behind the scenes. He cannot do that. Jack's mom gifted 1 Megan Fox membership. Thank you, Jack's mom. Welcome to the Fox Den. Whoever got that, something to bark about. Member for 7 months. Cool to catch alive. This is so crazy. I know. It is crazy. Dan Davis, thanks for the 5. I can't wait to pee on that grave. The judge could revoke Bruce getting fired. That's true. He could. Andre, your favorite French Canadian, thanks for the Canadian 5. Swear word. Tabernacle. Oh, God, are these French? Calice, Cibois, all church words. Is that how you say it? Cibois? I don't know. I don't know French. I am French. I have French background, but I don't know any of it. I think the only thing I can say is from that cartoon, Mon Petit Chou. That's it. Buck Naked, thanks for the 10. If BBB's PHV status is revoked and he starts writing motions behind the scenes or for the other 9 in Fed 2, what about charges for practicing without a license or permission? Yeah, that's a problem. Hippie Witch, member for 2 months. Love you both for what you do. We love you too, Hippie Witch. World Explorer, thanks for the 5. Don't forget, Megan, there's a separate case against him only. So if he doesn't turn up on that one, he will be arrested. He can't run away from that one. Yes and no. Civil cases are different in a way where he will show up, I think. I mean, again, it's the same judge, though. So good luck. If you pull any shit, Blythough's not going to like it. Jack's mom, thanks for the 2. Who's left on LP's legal team? Siri? Yeah. And the fleas. Rosalind Duke, thanks for the 5. I wrote my Substack. They'll literally let anyone be a journalist. Yes, that's correct. They will. I want to see your Substack. I'll become a member. I'll be your first member. Send me a link. John Stuber, thanks for the 10. I hope the judge doesn't sanction Randy the Rocket. By the way, folks, and John, I think that there's little chance he won't. He made it very clear that he was going to sanction both lawyers, and I think that that will happen. But I don't think if it does that it's any big deal. I think that Randy did what he was supposed to do. He showed up and took his licks, and it will be a blip going, and I don't think it'll be anywhere near what Bruce is going to get sanctioned. That's my guess. By the way, folks, those of you who have not subscribed to Rosalind Duke's channel, she is a great friend of the show, a great friend of mine, and I appreciate her a lot. And she has great content. So make sure you get over there and subscribe to Rosalind's channel. We love Rosalind. Rosalind is awesome. All right. Sean Chase, thanks for the 5. Hey guys, I'm reaching out for help as well as people to attend my fundraiser. I have ALS. I will comment on my email. Okay, Sean. I will look for the email and I will check it out. Farewell to Little Bit. Thanks for the 2. Appreciate you. Kasha, thanks for the 5. If this was a soap opera, it would be called As the Shell Turns. Ian Thomas, thanks for the 2. Cahoots had me bawling. Ian Thomas, member for 5 months. Cahoots had me howling. That's funny. It's funny. Janice Wingfield, thanks for the 10. Deuce is a coward. Randy showed up for the judge. He did. You have to show up when you are called to the carpet. When you go to the woodshed, you better... When Daddy says get to the woodshed, you better go. Greg of Scotland, thanks for the 5. Men who wear kilts wear nothing under them. It's rather cold and not a very good thing. Annoying. Well, you don't have to go bare-assed under there, right? It's just traditional. So you could wear boxers or briefs or shorts, couldn't you? It's not like anyone who's checking. As Julia Childs would say, who's to see if you drop a chicken on the floor? Who's to see? Who's looking? Buck Naked, thanks for the 2. Bruce Merkin, look it up. Okay. Rickle64, thanks for the 5. Inquiring minds need to know, will this close the circus Polymopicus? No, it won't. That's going forward. Mud Dog, thanks for the 2. Lisa said he'd be working behind the scenes Wednesday. Oh, that's a stupid thing to say out loud. Mama Bear Lee, thanks for the Canadian 2. So sorry, Black Bear, my heart is broken for you. Mine too, Black Bear. It's just an awful thing to lose a child. Joyce Burnt, thanks for the 2. Someone needs to Baker Act the 2 fleas. Oh my gosh, I finally got to the end of all these super chats. You guys are it's outrageous today. I think this was a record super chat day. We are at 230 super chats. I'm not sure I've ever seen that many super chats in one stream. So thank you so much. And make sure you guys show up tonight at 8 p.m. for Tug's show. I'll be there with him, and Larry Foreman will be joining us if he has woken up from his sleep. And I'm sure that he will be there to give you guys the rundown. And I will check Venmo and Cash App before we go. Let me do that. Looks like we are good on Cash App. Let me see. Wait, it's not loading. Why won't you load? PC load letter. Come on. All right, that's not loading. Oh, I don't think there were any there, though, on Cash App. I didn't. There we go. Cynthia sent me a gift. I don't know what that is about. What is it? It's a card. That's so fun. Oh, and it had like a little card sticker. It was $15 and it says just because. I didn't know you could do that on Venmo. That's really fun. It was like a little gift card thing. And Esther, oh my goodness, Esther, thank you for the 50 on Venmo. Hair goals, music goals, super hat goals, super chat goals. You're hitting them all today. Way to go, Megan. Yeah, wow. Big time. Big time. All right, that's it. We got that. We got everything. Let me check Rumble real quick. Let's go to the ghetto. I know that the pores over there probably did not have any Rumble rants, and that's okay. Never send me don't send me your ramen money. I only take Starbucks money. Only the stuff you can afford to part with. Never, ever, ever send me your ramen money. I do not want it. Feed yourself first. So if you don't have it to give, you definitely don't need to, and I wouldn't want you to, because I want you to be good with your money, and I want you to be successful and smart and save money. And it looks like Rumble is all caught up. And great. And it's good to see you guys over there on Rumble. For whatever reason, I can never see Rumble rants on StreamYard. They haven't fixed that glitch. And coming in at the last minute, White Rabbit Ann, thanks for the Canadian 5 for non-swear suffering succotash like Looney Tunes. I love it. Suffering succotash. Mama Bear Lee, thanks for the Canadian 5. Get your popcorn ready. I canceled dinner at Mom's for this. Oh, yeah. Today is going to be, you guys are going to run out of popcorn. You better go to Costco to buy your popcorn for the rest of the day. This is going to go into the evening. There is more to be. There are details that have not come out yet. There are things I can't share with you right now. And it's going to be pretty shocking. And very interesting, and you're gonna love it. All right, let's get over to Shizzy Wiznut's newest video, and let me get you the link. He has a new letter, and it says it's called "BBB Fled Like a Coward," and I have an open letter. Well, here it comes. Ready? Phrasing. I am going to put it in the chat on. There we go. Paste. All right, everybody, click that link. And if you miss the link because the chat's going too fast, make sure you just go to Shizzy Wiznut's channel, go to his most recent video upload, and go watch that. And on our way out, you're going to get my brand new favorite song. Here we go.
You think you can dodge my gavel's might? File your pleas at the dead of night. 3 weeks I gave, the clock was clear, but now you whimper, I can't be here. A hearing set, the 14th day. You had your time, you've lost your way. 10 filings since you've scribbled free, but travel, oh no, not for thee. You picked this court, this Florida ground. You signed your name, your duty bound. A stay, a vacate, a coward's plea. No stay's been granted, face me and see. You chose this fight, you took the case. Now get on a plane, show your face. I'm not your fool, I'm not your game. Your 11th hour tricks are lame. From coast to coast, lawyers fly. They don't sit back and whine and cry. You chose this war, you bear the cost. Your fear of arrest, absurd. You're lost. Oh, poor dear counsel, the travel's tough. The sunshine state's just too darn rough. You claim a conflict vague and sly, but your paper trail gives up the lie. Puck v. Silverman, read it well. You chose this district, you can't rebel. Roche says clear, no motion saves. You're bound by orders, not your plays. You've got no excuse, no valid claim. Your stalling tactics fan my flame. The hearing's set, the die is cast. Your whining window's long since passed. You chose this fight, you took the case. Now get on a plane, show your face. I'm not your fool, I'm not your game. Your 11th hour tricks are lame. From coast to coast, lawyers fly. They don't sit back and whine and cry. You chose this war, you bear the cost. Your fear of arrest, absurd, you're lost. Oh, poor dear counsel, the travel's tough. The sunshine state's just too darn rough. You claim a conflict vague and sly, but your paper trail gives up the lie. Puck v. Silverman, read it well. You chose this district, you can't rebel. Roche says clear, no motion saves. You're bound replaced. April 3rd, tomorrow's dawn. My courtroom waits, the game is on. No stay, no mercy, no delay. You'll face the bench or rue the day. Absurd, you say you'll be detained. A fantasy born of a frantic brain. I've seen your type, I've heard your tune. You're out of time, my courtroom alone. You chose this fight, you took the case. Now get on a plane, show your face. I'm not your fool, I'm not your game. Your 11th hour tricks are lame.